I'll get some Mexican food.
Yo, welcome to another episode of The Panel. It's Friday. I got Swipe Up, Big Ox, and Chilltown with me. This show is brought to you by PrizePicks. So in case you don't know what it is, stick around and you'll find out. And if you don't want to stick around and find out, just download the app and you'll have a good time over there. Fellas, obviously we had a rematch from the game of the year with the two best teams in the NBA last night. We'll get to that. It was also some other good performances, and then we got some other things in the association that we got to talk about. It's a lot of rumors and murmurs and things that are being said. But before we get into anything, we got to talk about the biggest event in the year for basketball.
What's that, Ron? The finals?
You guys know.
No?
Yes, but
WNBA finals?
Yes, but the one that comes before that. You know.
Not the playoffs.
The one that's in Not
the trade deadline. The trade deadline?
It's right after the trade deadline. It's
the All-Star game.
Yes, chill. PC All-Star Weekend.
What?
We gonna be in San Francisco, y'all.
Word.
This is how we riding on the plane, too. this is how we riding. Ladies and gentlemen, it is official. Your favorite show, favorite podcast, favorite streamers on the planet will be in San Francisco February 14th through the 16th for All-Star Weekend.
Word. All right.
That's cash.
That's straight cash. Swipe, you gotta move over a little bit. Swipe up. I know we getting close to be outside on the plane, but
that's
move over, yo.
I don't know why do I look like a DJ?
Swipe, but look at all that room on the wing, and you got us all scrunched up right there.
Yeah, move over, yo. What you doing?
Who got the coldest shoes on? That's the real question.
That's what. Now y'all supposed to switch me and Jordan heads right here. Look. What am I doing? I gotta go pee.
Man, the fact I still got dreads is crazy.
Wait, why y'all make Mars' legs so short?
Because they are. That's why.
Yo, I can't wait for this. So we jumping on the wing of the plane like that. That's what's up.
Yes,
we got to get there. We got to get there. How we got to get there, yo. That's fine.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
Bro, this is dope, yo. This is, and also I've been to All-Star Weekend before, yo. This is gonna be dope, man. I'm so feeling this, man. This is awesome, no doubt. Get with the fellas, see y'all dudes again. Market, network at All-Star Weekend, hang out with y'all dudes again. Oh, this is gonna be great, man. Hell yeah, I'm so down for this.
Finally, we do a piece. Is this Ron? Is this considered a PC weekend? Is it like PC weekend All-Star game, or is it just the All-Star?
Yeah. No, it's PC.
We finally doing the PC weekend in California, man. I'm trying to, yeah. That's what's up. What's up. Let's do that, man. Let's do that.
Word.
Yeah, man. So the stars is gonna be with the stars. So it's gonna be dope, y'all. I can't wait. I think we're gonna have a good weekend. I can't wait to see, all the festivities, celebrity game, dunk contest, skills competition, All-Star game, and everything in between. It should be heat. And speaking of which, y'all do know that they just dropped the third installation of All-Star votes.
Did they?
You know what? Let me just go ahead and throw this on the screen. It's what we're going to do. Not much has changed, but
I'll crash out right now.
It's still some surprises, big guy. So before I put this on the screen, brace yourself. Brace yourself.
All right, let's do this.
All right, here we go. This is what we're looking at, y'all. Feast your eyes on the screen. I'm going to go ahead and zoom in so we can go one by one. We obviously got the Western Conference, and let's start with the front court. You can see how we rocking in the front court.
Oh, my God.
Go ahead, Chill.
I was looking for Sabonis' name. I wasn't able to find it early. I'm like, oh, this way he is. Behind Andrew Wiggins. Are you serious right now? What we doing, Ox? What's going on, man?
I mean, he's still on there. No big deal. I don't expect much else.
Yeah, so starting in the front court for the Western Conference, we got Nikola Jokic, who's second in overall votes. Then you got LeBron, obviously, and then KD. They will be starting for the front court as of right now if it was to conclude. But Victor Wembanyama is on KD's tail right now. He's fourth in votes, and he has 2.2 million. KD has almost 2.5 million. So we'll have to see. Y'all think Victor can slip in there?
He gonna make the All-Star team regardless, but I don't know if he's gonna beat out KD because when do the All-Star when does the All-Star voting close? I think in like another 2 weeks or so. I think that's when it closes, and at the end of January we find out who the starters are, and then we find out who the reserves are, like the first week of February, something like that.
So this is the guaranteed starters based on votes for the fan, or is it coaches and stuff too?
Well, coaches and media, and players, they do the reserves.
Right.
But the fans, I think it's half fans and half media.
Well, I mean, shout out. I know.
The fact that Nikola Jokic has 2.6 million more votes than Domantas Sabonis is just mind-boggling to me. Like, it's it's whatever though. Man, this is crazy.
Damn.
And this is the guards for the Western Conference. At the top, with no surprise, you got SGA, and I think he's deserving of all 2.4 million votes that he has.
You mean the second best player in the NBA, Ron?
Say that again?
Because that's who SGA is, if y'all didn't know. If y'all didn't know that, SGA is the second best player in the NBA.
Hold that thought.
Right behind Giannis Antetokounmpo is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
No wonder you couldn't say his name right, and that's why you don't even believe it. Couldn't even say his name right. It's crazy.
I can say his name right. You know who I'm talking about.
I don't.
I ain't named that boy. I don't do that. I don't do all that with y'all up here trying to make sure I say everybody's name right. It's Sengun. I don't care. Y'all know who I'm talking about.
Ron.
Yeah.
I wasn't surprised. But go ahead, Ron. You're about to run it down.
Yeah. You hold that thought, chill. We're gonna get right back to that. I just want to say SGA obviously is starting for the guards, and then you got Steph Curry, which it makes sense because, well, it's in his home. It's in the Bay. So it makes sense for Steph Curry to be there. And obviously, Steph Curry is a legend. So we got Steph Curry starting with 1.7. Luka is third in fan votes, which I don't know if Luka's even going to play. Do you guys know if Luka has
he could be back. He could be back by that time. And so he could play.
So here's my thing, though. Let's say he's even healthy. Do you guys think the coaches vote him in?
Yes, I do.
So even with all the time he's missed, let's say he doesn't start. With all the time he missed, you think Luka gets in over Kyrie? And now, okay, I know the talent Luka is. I do.
No, he's been better than everyone up there except for SGA. So I think he deserves to start if he gets it.
Okay.
And he played 22 games?
How many games has he played?
22, I think.
Let me see.
22
so
out of
Luka.
So by that point, 22 out of 50, or maybe if he's back soon enough, it might be like 27, 28 out of like 50, whatever. So.
Yeah, and I mean, Luka's still doing Luka things, averaging 28, 8 rebounds, 8 assists.
Not even so much for the fact that he hasn't played enough games to that he should be even in the game. You know, the fact that he should be concerned with his health, you know what I'm saying? Because his team needs him to be healthy, obviously.
Yeah.
Should be a reason not to play, you know what I'm saying? But that's up to him, obviously. I'm just throwing it out there. All right, you don't want to be like Joel Embiid playing in the Olympics and then can't play.
Hey man, what's good with y'all, man? Good morning, man.
What's going on?
Good morning. Hope everybody feeling well.
Is there anything up here you happy to see? Front court, back court, Western Conference, front court, back court, or anything up here that's appalling?
I didn't know Jalen Williams was gonna have that much support. Him already having more votes than Sabonis and Jaren is a pretty good sign. I think he still has the chance to make it, but I think it's going to come down to like the coach's choice. Who do y'all think they will vote for if the coaches had to choose between Sengun and also Jalen Williams, if it came down to that?
Sengun.
Okay.
Neither.
But if they had
Sabonis is getting in personally.
How can you keep them off? I mean, not 2 years in a row. We can't do this. We can't do this 2 years in a row.
I don't think you can keep them off.
We can't do this 2 years in a row. We can't, yo.
No, but they're playing too well. They're playing too well. And
what do you mean they're playing too well, Swiper?
They're winning.
Like, they're on a run right now, but but
Sabonis is clearly
right now they're on a run. Yeah.
Sabonis has also clearly just been a better player than a lot of people in the Western Conference right now.
Yes,
this year.
So here's my thing is I think Sabonis is talented enough to make it, and if they were winning, yes. But how?
No, but that's stupid because LeBron and them dad can be in the play-in right now. They're in the play-in currently, and he's gonna start.
LaMelo Ball is starting in the All-Star game, and they got single-digit wins. I don't want to
saying.
hear that winning shit.
Yeah,
I'm not trying to hear that.
That's another part of it too.
Okay, so I get the LaMelo thing. I get that, but that's in a whole different conference. Let's just stick to the Western Conference.
Yeah.
Right now.
Okay.
So it's Sabonis is balling out. But first off, let's just leave LeBron out of this. LeBron is grandfathered into the starting lineup of the All-Star game.
Okay, Kevin Durant's on the 12th seed. Kevin Durant's on the 12th seed.
Kevin Durant is grandfathered into the All-Star game, and we know that.
So we're saying
they're in the 10 seed swiper. They're the 10 seed swiper.
10 seed.
LeBron,
So we can apply context at times. What we're saying.
No, what LeBron, Steph, and KD have to start an All-Star game.
Yeah,
like,
those are just different. You know.
Yeah, I'm
Why do
saying,
they? But I don't think they have to. They I mean, I know what you're saying. Never mind. Go ahead. I know what you're saying.
Come on. So I'm like,
no, it's crazy though. But wait, Ron, because I take that back. I don't understand that because if Luka's healthy, there's no way that SGA and Luka shouldn't be the starting guards in the Western Conference.
If Luka's healthy, he would start.
There's no way that.
He's not.
Wait, but hold on. There's no way that Steph Curry should have to start in the All-Star game. That makes no sense. When these young dudes are up and coming, these young dudes want their spots, bro.
Sure.
Like that's what I was saying about the whole Steph Curry is regressing. Well, we don't have to keep saying, "Oh, Steph Curry is definitely a top 5." It's not like that no more. These young dudes are playing basketball, bro. Right. These dudes are balling out, and if they are clearly having better seasons and are clearly better than some of these older dudes, they need to get their spots. You know what I'm saying?
That's wrong.
There's no grandfathered into the start lineup shit no more. These dudes are old, bro. Like,
wait. I disagree with that though, because you're not going to say that when it comes down to a guy like Bron, regardless of how LeBron is playing.
When it comes down to, I just said that. So
they're going to hold LeBron in.
Who deserves to start over LeBron though? Give me some.
Wemby would be.
You got Wemby, you got Jokic, you got Wemby, you got Jokic.
Anthony Davis also deserves to start over LeBron. I'm sorry.
Anthony Davis has been better than LeBron this year.
Okay, I get that.
That's a fact.
Cool. It's
but
LeBron.
that doesn't.
Ron, that is my point. You're saying it's LeBron because of the name. That's why I'm saying he's grandfathered in, because it's LeBron, 100%. Not about his play.
But back to Ox's point. But again, back to Ox's point. Ox, you talk about these young guys coming up, right? You talk about these young guys, they're not taking the back seat to these older dudes anymore. But you got to remember what exactly the All-Star game is about. Mars, what is the All-Star game about? Who's the All-Star game for again? One more time, so I'm clear.
Allegedly the fans, but
it's for the people. It's for the people. Who do people want to see? Now I can appreciate Ox that Luka is better than Steph Curry. 100%. That's what I want to argue. Actually, if they did want to see SGA and Luka, then Steph Curry wouldn't be at the top of the Western Conference guard list if that was the case.
No, that's only because Luka's been hurt. That's why.
Yeah,
that's not it neither. That's not it neither.
Luka had more votes than Steph last year. Luka had more votes than Steph last year.
And that's not just because. But that's not because he's been hurt, Mars. Because I saw Grant Hill starting the All-Star game. He played 3 games.
25 years.
That is way different. That is way different. That's way different.
I saw Penny Hardaway starting the All-Star game with 18 games. I seen that.
I'm not gonna lie. Respect to the old days, but them's the old days.
And he didn't even play.
That's not got anything to do with anything.
It has everything to do with it.
Is a proof that means Luka could have started this year.
So why he could start?
Did Luka start second year?
Yeah, second year.
Luka started.
I think he did start second year.
Every year, he started every year.
Yeah.
It was in Chicago.
Luka doesn't deserve to start over Steph or SGA this year.
In terms of how he hasn't been playing basketball, available, he did.
Yeah,
but because he hasn't been available,
over Steph, yes. But even then, though, when you add the context,
Shai's got it.
Yeah, okay. But even when you add all the context to it, it's in San Francisco. It's who you guys will all say is most of you guys will say it's the best point guard of all time.
And these are all things that are not basketball. That's why they're grandfathered in.
He had 50 points. What was that? Was that last All-Star game? 2 All-Star games ago? You know, just everything. When you put everything on the table,
Steph's gonna start, but he wouldn't have started, in my opinion, if Luka was healthy this
year. So remember, this is fan votes. You think if Luka was healthy, you think the fans would vote Luka in over?
I think Luka would probably have more votes. I think they've done that
the last 3 years. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, 100%, and that's the only point I was trying to make, right? Is that these dudes that Steph, KD, and Bron are not just automatically have to start. I don't think it works like that no more.
Yeah, well, I mean, even with that being said, it's the fans that are voting them in.
That's it. And that's what, and I can appreciate.
If Luka been healthy, he would be starting over Steph Curry.
I think so.
So why isn't Joel Embiid in this thing?
Oh, he is.
Joel doesn't have Joel's not as popular as Luka.
He didn't even come close to playing.
Yeah, Joel's just not that popular. If we're being honest, that's why he's ninth.
I brought those other guys up. So it's a popularity thing.
Sure. More votes than Embiid. Wow.
So it's definitely a popularity thing, and the idea that these guys have played, the guys who have been in the All-Star game, who haven't played, like you said, Mars, that was 25 years ago with Grant Hill and with Penny Hardaway, and then Bryant. 10 years ago he ended up starting in the All-Star game. I think he played minimal games, but because he's as popular as he is, it's because it's what the fans want to see. And it doesn't help Luka. Even if Luka was healthy, it doesn't help the fact that the game is in San Francisco. So the fact that the game is in San Francisco, that's going to help Steph Curry in terms of fan voting. People want to see, because don't forget, with Steph Curry, I mean, he did jump Luka. I mean, is it because Luka got hurt? I don't think so. I think
what's the gap between Luka and Steph right now, Ron?
It's not a lot. It's not a lot.
Wait, what do you mean? Gap
how long?
Steph got him by, and I'll put it on the screen so you guys can see it. Steph got him by 100,000.
So he's barely got an advantage, and he's played the whole year. Luka would have got more votes if he played this.
So he got him over 100,000.
Yeah, he's got 115,000 more votes, and that's with Luka missing as much time as he's missed.
When is Luka supposed to come back? Because Luka could still catch it.
I think next week.
Next week? Hey, all right, let Luka come back.
I think next week
will drop 40 or something.
But like maybe Steph would start because the game is in San Francisco. Like that's fine. I understand that. But
I just don't think that a whole lot of people are voting until like the last minute, and like next week would be like the last minute. Honestly, I think that's like a whole other part of it, because a lot of people would wait until it's like, oh shoot, okay, it's next week. I'm gonna start voting now.
Well, the game being in San Francisco has to have some impact on it, because you see Andrew Wiggins got more votes than DeMontis. So
no, Andrew Wiggins just gets the K-pop fans voting for him. That's
the which fans?
K-pop, the Korean fans.
Yeah, bro. K-pop.
They voted him in. They voted him in as a starter.
That's how he started in 2022.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just curious to know how come the K-pop fans vote for him. What's that got to do with him?
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
What was it?
How's that related to Andrew Wiggins?
No, it was someone.
I
don't know the full story. But someone like,
let's look it up.
Andrew Wiggins was like a fan of K-pop or something. Someone posted it on Twitter. All of a sudden, Andrew Wiggins is the K-pop. NBA
Basically,
fan.
there was a Warriors fan that was like a huge K-pop fan, and they reached out to other people who were deeper K-pop fans, and then I think one of them actually got control of the members.
Bam,
and they just said
a K-pop star named Bam Bam, and who the Warriors very strategically named their global ambassador.
Exactly.
So because he became the global ambassador, he got Wiggins starting and Steph starting.
So now fans jokingly will be on Twitter like, insert player with very little chance of being an all-star. It's a huge Taylor Swift fan.
They do that a lot too. Yeah.
So like they're trying to like just get like the big cult fan base.
They did the same thing for, I think, Anthony Edwards. Anthony was like, "Oh my god, I love Nicki Minaj's music. She's so good," and he got a ton of votes that year. So
also too, like San Francisco's one of the biggest populations.
It is working, chill. Let's not get it twisted.
Right.
Sounds like it's working.
The Bay Area.
He got San Francisco and the Bay Area behind him. But also too,
hey man, Ox,
he got all of Canada behind him too.
The Nuggets need to make Tim's their global ambassador then, if that's how it works.
Facts. Y'all do know Tim's. Y'all do know that Domantas Sabonis is a huge Beyonce fan, right? Like he loves the
Hell no, I didn't know that. Hell no,
you didn't know that?
Good
word. I did not know that.
That's how you do it. That's how you do it.
He listens.
I was not aware at all. No,
he warms up to Beyonce, does yoga to Beyonce, everything. He's a part of the Beehive.
Wow.
He got to put that out there.
Yeah,
he got to put that out there, fam. Let everybody know that Beyonce is your chick, yo. Put that out there.
Yo. His wife goes to all of her concerts and everything.
Hey, Ox, I just want to say one thing. Ron, put that thing back up there. Hey, Ox, why you want to trade places with me, bro? Why you want to?
Look how much room you got
between my legs. I don't have my hands between my legs. That's crazy work.
Why did y'all give Jordan so much muscle definition? That's what I'm trying to figure
out. That's how I'm finna be yoked up. I'm going on a challenge right now. How many days we got to All-Star? We got about.
Oh my goodness.
we got about.
He said, hey, Ox. He said he getting swimsuit ready, bro.
Come on, there you go, Swiper. I told you what we doing. As soon as we get there, we locking up, gang.
Yeah, don't put your hands between your legs like that. Like,
I'm telling you.
It is cold up there, though.
Hey, and I'm a drench man. Give me some better shoes than that, bro.
It's gonna be warm over there, though, right?
I'm talking about the wing.
Oh, yeah.
Nah, okay. It's February in San Francisco. It's not gonna be like hot. It's probably gonna be cold.
I mean, what's cold to you though? Because I'm in Detroit, so like I have a whole different view of what cold is.
Probably like somewhere in the 60s.
That's warm as hell. 60?
That's freezing.
Ox. Right now, it feels like 5 degrees in Detroit right now, and it's a good week. 5 degrees.
No. Ain't no way 5 degrees.
What?
Ron, why they got that?
I would kill for 60 right now. What the hell?
Yeah, I know.
Hey, Ron, I ain't know we had the PC1s on. When them drop?
Hey man, I gotta keep that on the low, man. Maybe maybe they'll see when we stream it live during the All-Star game or something like that. I don't know.
Ron, send the graphic in the Telegram.
I got you.
I'm not gonna lie. I can't believe you said 60 is 60. I would kill for 60.
Well, and also mind you, Gifted, I'm not sure exactly what the temperature is going to be. I'm just saying, don't expect for it to be like hot.
At night, I used to live in the Bay Area this time of year. When it gets now, remember what we're talking about now. Gifted,
yeah.
Okay, it's wintertime in Detroit.
Correct.
So when it's 40, when it drops to 10, that's cold. So it's relative. I live in South Florida. When it's 80 all the time and it dropped to 50, I gotta turn the heat on in the house.
No, listen.
I got the heat on right now.
No.
That's part of it.
No, I understand. No, listen. I can play the area, region, relativity games, but at the end of the day, if I'm going through legitimate 5-degree weather, and I know what 5 degree is, you're not going to tell me 60 is cold.
Yeah, cold.
On like the number scale, 5 degrees compared to 60, I would kill someone for 60 any day. Anytime. I'm going through inches of snow, all type of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, I grew up in Northern California. I'm used to triple digits, bro. So
I'm used to triple digits in heat in Texas, bro. I'm used to 104. I'm used
not
to
at all. Yeah, nah, y'all got that.
Yeah, I
hey, since we on the subject, really quickly, since we on the subject of heat, I know one thing is a fact. I know that Drench man reputation. I need to see it. I need to see it.
Okay,
come on.
I need to see that Drench man reputation, fam. I need to see it. You can't call yourself the Drench man and not be drenched. You can't do it.
Okay, hold on. Check this out. Number one.
He coming for you.
It's All-Star weekend, and it might be cold. You might see me in a fur coat. They used to call me the fur coat Don.
This right here is what
used to call me the fur coat
Don. That's what I'm talking about right there.
Look, the drench came from the drench coat. I used to have the drench coat. I'm the drench man. Hey, I'm telling you what this. Hey, I might. It just depends. I might pull up with a little. How that. It is what it is. All I'm saying is. When everybody start being nice to me and y'all wonder why, just know what it is, man. It's the Drench man. They always nice to the guys that's handsome. Look, they come in the room and they speak to them first. The guys that's handsome, they speak to them first. The ugly ones, they go sit in the back.
We're gonna be in a room full of a bunch of athletes, and who's gonna think you handsome?
Man, you crazy if it ain't gonna be no women there. You crazy as hell.
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
I'm not. Why are you worried about the men? What you worried about the men for?
I thought we were there worried about like the. I thought we were doing basketball content. I know we're doing modeling contests. My bad.
But I mean, you know how that go though. Like we got a chat full of men, and yet there's a vision gang out of every 1,000. So
they go wrong with this bullshit, bro.
I'm just saying.
I don't know. I have no idea who that is. I have no idea who that is.
I compliment Jordan on his dream.
I've heard everybody up here got a burner. Everybody up here got a burner in their chat.
Got no burner.
That's you.
I think we found Jordan.
That's you, Swiper. That's you.
But
you have a burner.
But to your point, when I'm sure that when you played,
the Sweet is crazy.
Somebody had a reputation, like a dude was named Flight or dude was named Handles. You need to see it. Like, don't tell me that you that. I need to see that. Well,
okay.
The Drench man is here. Hey, I need to see the Drench. I need to see it.
Hey, man, I get busy, man. I might take me a trip to Tel Aviv to just get warmed up first. I might do that. I might take a trip to Tel Aviv next week.
Said Tel Aviv for the warm up. Okay.
Next week, y'all might see me doing a show from Tel Aviv, man. I don't know. We gonna see. We gonna see.
Yo, wait, I'm sorry. Someone said, yeah, he drowning in bad takes.
That's crazy.
No, that's not what that means. Don't worry about what that means, gang. Hey, like Ox say, everything ain't for everybody. You know, I'm talking to everybody when I'm addressing the room. So there you go. Don't worry about it.
All right, y'all. We're going to jump over to the Eastern Conference and look at the front court first. Leading all votes, excluding nobody, Swiper, Giannis Antetokounmpo with 3.4 million votes. And then you got JT, number 2 in front court votes with 2.8 million. And Karl Anthony Towns. What a change of what?
Shout out to Cat, man.
Yeah, like what?
Shout out to Cat, man.
To be honest with you, I don't think he's gonna play Ron. He got a chip bone in his thumb.
For real?
Yeah,
when
they played against Detroit, he chipped the bone in his thumb. I don't think he's gonna play in this game.
Wait, how long he gonna be out for?
Nah. Chill. They only say he's gonna be out for a few days or something like that. They said he got a sprain. They said a sprain.
How the hell you chip
a thumb? They say he sprained.
I heard it was the report I got was a chip bone in his. When
you chip your bone, that's technically a bone spur.
I know it's broken. It might not be broken, but it's chipped. And he did it when they played against Detroit when he tried to dunk on Isaiah Stewart and he hit his thumb on the rim. That's when he did that. Mm-hmm.
Damn, I didn't even hear about that.
Yes, sir. So I'm not sure if he's going to play in the game.
Well, he's actually questionable for today. No, he was questionable for the game tonight against Minnesota. You know, we're doing that. Obviously, you know, we're doing that game on playback tonight too. Update, hint tonight, main stage, playback. Me, Morris, Chill, Ox. Maybe you might see Penn there. Maybe you might see Penn's alter ego.
I got a dentist appointment.
Sports Fluid might be
there. Dentist appointment.
You never know. We might have 2 Canadians there. You never know what's going to happen on the main stage on playback. So, like I said, all dentist appointments aside, we'll have a good time up there. But yeah, like I was saying though, Karl Anthony Towns was questionable for tonight's game, so I guess it might not be all that serious, Chill.
All right.
But moving along, is there any surprises in the front court, fellas?
Paolo.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, Paolo having all these votes when he's missed the majority of the season speaks volumes to how well he's playing beforehand, because that's impressive.
And his popularity.
Yeah.
People talk about Paolo doesn't get the love he deserves or he doesn't get promoted enough, which may be true, but I mean, the fans still respect Paolo for voting him number 4.
Maz, I think he's
how he got more votes than France?
Is he part Brazilian? I think it's something like that.
Italian.
I think it's Italian.
Italian. My fault. Okay.
Yeah, but
I don't know if Italians like. Yeah, I don't know if the Italians like him. Because he said
he ain't Italian no more,
and then he ain't do it. So
yeah, that shit over with. Chill.
So
I think the Duke boost helps him out a little bit. I think the Jordan Brand stuff helps him out too. But like, this is his year to grow into that actual, you know, star status. I felt like beforehand in his first couple of years, he was one of the like least talked about number 1 draft picks. So yeah, cool.
I think like it was one of those things where we didn't talk about it, but we were all in like agreement.
Right.
And we all understood like Paolo's a special talent.
I did think Paolo was getting overrated though.
Overrated in what way? Because before he got hurt, he was playing his way into being a top 20, top 15 player. He was playing his way into that.
Well,
was going on.
Okay, well, sorry. Some people that I've seen were saying that he was going to be better than Wemby.
He is better than Wemby.
I mean, he is better than Wemby right now.
I've not even heard that up here.
So I mean, it seems like these people do exist among us.
We just agreed with that.
Right.
So
Is he not?
Right.
Hold on, Gifty. Is he not better than Wemby right now?
No.
What?
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. My bad, bro. My bad. I didn't know that.
Well, wait a minute.
80% of the panel thinks he is.
Okay,
Ron already got the point. This is why I walk with Ron. Already got the point right.
So before we go any
better than Wemby?
Not even close.
Not even close.
So Jordan, you clearly think that Banchero is better than Wemby. Why?
Right now, I just think he has a more complete, a more mature game right now. Like Wemby got some flaws in his game that's detrimental to like to his progression. I'm not. If we're looking at potential
offensively,
hold on. I want to stay here.
100% better on offense. 100% better on offense.
Yes, like 100% he better than him.
No question,
but number one, I just think like we looking at Wemby long term. I can see Wemby being better, but I'm saying as of today, right now,
today, Jordan. We just talking about today.
Paolo's a better complete player. Like Paolo is a guy that, like right now, he's a better complete player as far as basketball, as far as when we take on the win and loss category, and when we get teams to the playoffs and stuff like that.
You think Paolo's a more impactful player than Victor Wembanyama this season?
I do. I think
he's been hurt.
Paolo has carryability. Paolo can carry his
he's not carrying this year. Am I missing something?
I mean, some games he sucks up and some games he not. So it's just what it is.
Well, Paolo has 14 games of sample size to pull from? How many games?
Last year.
9.
9?
Last year. What about the last year?
Wemby was a rookie. I can't speak to that. Like that's
okay.
And Jordan, you just said just now.
I'm talking about today, this season.
But obviously you're talking about this season. You got to carry on to what Paolo has did from last season as well too. Because he only played 9 games.
Here, hold on.
We seen Paolo in the playoffs.
We seen Paolo in the playoffs.
Yeah, he shot better from mid-range than he did from the rim, and he had it was a great scoring series from the mid-range, 1,000%. Now, Jordan, do from wire to wire. So from January, let's say the last 40 games of the year, basically, or 30.
Just the last 12 months. There you go.
Yeah, just do the last 12 months.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. That's all I'm going to do. Last 12 months, Wemby versus Paolo. And so that means you have the first part of Wemby's season that he was, figuring things out. And then I think somebody correct me if I'm wrong, like the last 42 games or so, I think Wemby was averaging around like 25, like 10, 4, 3, and 2 damn near, or not 4 and 2 damn near on really good efficiency. So then take from January to December, I think Wemby had made a case that like for the last stretch of the season, he was like a top 12, 15 player in the league.
I don't think people understand how crazy it is to be averaging over 3 blocks a game, and that's just like regular.
Not denying that. No, it's not regular. I think that's phenomenal. I'm just talking about as far as what we can see and what we can translate as far as to wins and loss categories, as far as in the playoffs, like who's going to take their team to the playoffs. Paolo is ready for that now. I'm not saying Wemby can't get ready. I'm not saying he won't be better in the long term. I'm just saying today, maybe next year, Wemby just take this tremendous leap where he's better than everybody in the league. I'm not going to deny that. He could be better than everybody in the league next year. But I'm saying today,
so just
okay.
So
Paolo.
If we're doing hold on, Gifted, because he just brought up what he just brought up was today. So just so you know, the San Antonio Spurs, they're on pace to double.
Ron, I guess it's just me and you. I didn't hear. I couldn't hear you. You froze out.
Wait, you can't hear Chill?
I can hear him now, but he just froze out earlier.
Okay.
So what I was saying was the San Antonio Spurs, as of today, they're on pace to double their win production. In addition to them doubling their win production, I think over the last 6 games, I think Wemby is averaging something like 29, 11, 3.5 blocks, something ridiculous like that. So this is a team that was at the bottom of the Western Conference last year, because you brought up playoffs. This is a team that was at the bottom of the Western Conference last year that looks like they're going to make the playoffs this year. And we're talking about a guy impacting winning. We're talking about a guy in Wemby who, for all intents and purposes, can put the ball on the floor and be effective. Really good in stop and pop. I think he shoots the long ball better than Banchero. I think he's definitely better on the glass.
Not from a percentage, but volume plus percentage. You can
volume. I think he's better than Banchero. I think Banchero is better with the ball and getting downhill and making plays. I won't argue that point.
He's a better scorer. Just put it in a scoring figure.
Getting other guys involved in the game. That part I won't argue. But the thing that I am arguing is with Banchero being a more complete player than Wemby. Is he really a more complete player than Wemby, considering what Wemby can do and bring on offense and defense?
Paolo played defense too, sure.
Yes, Paolo played. Hold on. You know,
game on the defensive end.
He's a good defender, though.
He is a good defender.
Hey, Morris, let me real quick. So let me. I just need a little help real quick. Hey, Morris, how many shots on average does a team shoot in a game?
I think like 7.
I got you. Bear with me. Give me about 4 seconds and I'll have the answer for you. On average, teams shoot 89 shots a game.
89.
Okay, so if a team shoots 89 shots a game, right? How big a deal is 3 blocks?
I knew you was going to say that.
You know what I'm saying?
The reason why it's a big deal.
The reason why nobody else is doing
it. You shoot 89 shots. You block 3 of them. Nah, I'm not.
We can't hear you, but I promise I think you're cooking right now.
Okay, I'm glad you brought that up. And the reason why is because those 3 Can't hear you. Can't hear.
Okay. I forgot.
I read the words.
My fault. I forgot. I was muted out of respect. How big a deal is 3 blocks a game when we've seen Wemby sometimes put up 5 or 6 blocks in 13 minutes? It's the range of how he's consistently impacting defense every single possession. I'm bringing up the 3 blocks per game average without actually looking into how he is as a defensive player. It's not close at all in terms of what he contributes defensively to his team without even bringing up the offense. Even if you think Paolo is a better offensive player than Wemby, if we're saying complete in terms of both ends, it's not a conversation. Yeah, people were saying Wemby was the best two-way player right now in the game next to other players like Giannis. They were saying that. So trying to take that to Paolo is kind of funny when there's an argument that this season Franz has been very close to Paolo as well.
Hasn't been playing. That's why, because Paolo hasn't been playing. But like, it's funny that
really good. So.
Yeah, Franz is really good too.
Franz is also really good. I'm just saying.
Also, it's funny that Chill brought up the playoff thing. Paolo was the number 1 pick, right?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
So that lets you know the Magic was what before Paolo?
I mean, you could get them. I mean,
a lot of teams.
Yeah, they were a lot of teams, but you can be.
What happened last year?
You can still be a good team. You can still be a good team and get a high pick, and you could be a bad team. And you could be a bad team and still get.
The Magic were
they were a bad team.
No, they weren't a good team.
The Magic were a number 1.
I get that point.
Let's not act like Wemby didn't get no help too. Chris Paul,
right, exactly.
Harrison
Barnes.
Excuse me.
Like the younger players he was with got better.
The only person
you guys want to
none of those players are better than none of those players are better than Franz. Let's not do that.
The only person
Magic got nobody better than Paolo. The Magic got nobody better than Paolo.
Hold on.
Franz better than Paolo.
I was the only person up here, Ron, that said they could win 40 games this year. But that's not even an argument. That's not even an argument. Don't bring that up. You didn't believe that either. Don't bring that up. Don't bring it up.
He has a significantly better team this year than last year.
How is it significantly better? How is it
significantly better?
Never got better.
That's true. It's not a good team. Even if that's true,
it's still not a good
team.
But it's better than a team from last year for sure.
My thing is, you guys are trying to say it's all Wemby.
You didn't even think they were going to clear 35 games.
Swiper, be that as it may, we've seen them play this year, and we can see that they're just a better team this year than they are last year.
Yeah, I mean, veterans do that to your team too. Veterans definitely do that to your team, rather than just having a bunch of young guys just running around doing nothing. Like that's the part. That's why you get better. I'll make that same point about Detroit. I make that same point about Detroit being good because of their veterans. Like it's the same. It's the same logic. It's the same experiment. But don't try to make it seem like Wemby just doing a huge carry job. Like, no, that team isn't a very good team, but it's a structured team.
I do not understand how you can attribute any factor of their success to without Wemby's absolutely carrying the Spurs. Let's not do this, bro.
I think okay, but I also just think that the team is solid. Like with the veterans that they have, with the young players that they have, it's solid, bro.
And the main reason why they are as good as they are, as solid as they are, the main reason why they are as good as they are is because of Victor Wembanyama.
So you're not gonna credit nothing to Chris Paul.
Well, let's look it up.
Good morning, Chad. We here, man.
You can't deny that, bro. You can't deny
that. I'm looking it up right now. All right, let's see here. Let me give y'all for the context.
When Wemby's not on the floor, the Spurs have a lower net rating than the Blazers.
They're Charlotte.
Oh, and by the way, Mars, the numbers, the exact numbers are when Chris Paul's on the court without Victor Wembanyama, they are losing the game by minus 13.7 points per 100 possessions. When Wemby and Chris Paul are on the court, they're winning it by 8.28 points per possession. So there is a massive difference with Chris Paul on the court with Wemby as opposed to Chris Paul by himself.
What is it with Wemby on the court with Chris Paul? Without Chris Paul?
I just read it. No,
you didn't. You read Chris Paul without Wemby.
No, what I read to you was what it is if you have Chris Paul and Wemby on the court. That's when they're at their best. That's what I read. That's when they're at their best. The issues with them it's that when Wemby's on the court without Chris Paul, they're minus 2.91. But again, that's because they have no offense. But I also said this, Jordan, respectfully, not to you, but I said this going into the year. Chris Paul was going to make a playoff-ish level difference for that team. But I was one of the only ones that said that, though, because everybody thought he was wrong. And I'm saying Victor Wembanyama still is like the apex of that team 1,000%. Like 1,000%, he's the driving force behind it.
But I'm not disagreeing with that at all. All I'm saying is they have veterans on the team, which helped them, which helped Wembanyama.
And that's fine, but that's different than saying he's not carrying. No, he's still carrying the team.
No, I didn't say he wasn't. I didn't say he wasn't carrying. I'm saying that we making it seem like Wemby's here, everybody else is bums. That's why they're in the playoffs. No, it's a structured team.
No, I'm not saying that. But
they're not in the playoffs. Jordan, they're the 12
seed.
seed. Jordan, they're not in the playoffs. They're the 12 seed.
They are okay. That's what
I guess my bigger point. I guess my bigger point.
They're the 12 seed now, Ox.
They're below 12 seed.
Right. And I'm glad you brought that up, Ox. Say 3.5 games. Three games out the 6th spot, Ox. 3.
I didn't say they weren't. I'm talking to Jordan. Jordan said they're in the playoffs. I'm just saying they're the 12 seed. I understand. I understand that they're a 5-game win streak.
Okay, no. So now, since Jordan want to say Paolo clears Wemby, let's talk about this then, right?
Yeah.
How are the Magic without Paolo this season? If you want to do that,
I mean,
they're really good, right? They're clearly in the playoffs, right?
Yes.
Because Franz has been able to replicate Paolo's impact this season.
Hold on.
Has he not? Since you want to tell me that Paolo's clearing Wemby, how is Franz doing without Paolo on the floor? Let's talk about that.
Wemby too.
You right. Hold on.
There you go, Mars. There you go, Mars. There you go.
Check this out though. What was the Magic record before Paolo got hurt?
They had played 5 games.
They were 3-2. They were 3-2.
Hold on. I thought they played. I thought he played more than that.
No, they were 3-2.
No, I just said that.
Like the fact that Orlando is good without Paolo does not make Paolo a worse player.
It's not what I'm saying.
But Franz was in all NBA talks for some people, like
and he
when he was playing well.
Rightfully so. He was.
He should be. But what I'm saying is the fact that Franz is good does not make Paolo worse.
That's not the point.
My point is, if Wemby had another player at that level on his roster, we would be having conversations about
his team would be much better. Yeah, we understand that. But I'm talking about who's better between Paolo and Wemby.
Well, I'll just say this: the better floor raiser is Wemby. So I don't really. I just think that.
I'm telling you this right now. If Paolo was on the Spurs would be better.
I think
that's bullshit. That's bullshit.
Because their defense would slide off the face of the map.
Okay, but listen, if you're saying right now, right, if we're comparing Paolo to Wemby right now, I get that. But my point is this
you can't carry on them skinny ass shoulders.
Hold on, Ox. This season, Franz is performing extremely close. Franz is performing extremely close, if not flat out better than Paolo. So if your logic is you think Paolo's better than Wemby, you better say Franz is too. Is my point.
I did say
Franz
that.
Is better than Paolo.
I said
Franz is better than Paolo. So.
Okay, so Ox, I appreciate you for being on that hill.
This isn't new for Ox. Ox thinks Franz is better than Paolo. So.
By the way, when Wemby's not on the court with CP3 and Devin Vassell, their defense is better than the Thunder are right now this year. By the way, it's like so.
All right, y'all. We gonna transition right back to the last part of the All-Star game.
Yeah, because they had 12.
We got the guards.
Doesn't matter.
We got the guards in the Eastern Conference. LaMelo Ball obviously is at the top. We spoke about this a lot. He will be starting in the All-Star game with 1.9 million votes. What is this? LaMelo's second overall in all guard.
That's very impressive what he's missed a lot of the season.
Hey, Ron.
LaMelo is popular.
Yeah, Ron, I need you to go back to my take when I said bring up the clip when I said LaMelo is a what?
A franchise player?
There we go.
Who said he wasn't?
There we go.
Who disagreed with
Wait,
you?
who argued he wasn't though?
Who disagreed?
Oh my God. First of all, no, just period. First of all, Swiper, don't do that. Who disagreed?
Who disagreed that LaMelo wasn't the franchise player?
Because you in the I said a franchise player, and you said
for the Charlotte Hornets, he's a franchise player. Who disagrees?
Said for everybody. That's why he
Who disagrees with he's not a one or two on somebody's team? I don't understand that. Who said
he's a franchise player on the Lakers too? And you said no, you're not.
I remember that.
LeBron and Anthony Davis, yeah, like that. So this is the issue.
No, take LeBron out.
When I said Bam Adebayo was a franchise player, you
did say that.
You lit up the forum, but you lit up. You were like, oh, how could someone? I'm Drench man. How could you think something like that?
I did not say that.
Franchise player.
I'm Mr. Drench.
Obviously, I'm Mr. Drench.
Bro, Bam Adebayo is not a franchise player, bro. Like, let's stop that.
There we go.
He's not no franchise player.
What is
Turn
a
the
franchise
TV on.
player, Jordan? In your
I don't know.
estimation?
Don't ask him. Turn your
Not
TV on,
Idris.
Jordan.
I'll say that. No.
Is
What-
Rudy
what-
Gobert-
what-
wait,
what
wait,
is-
Chill, is Rudy Gobert a franchise player?
Not Bam
Yeah.
this season.
So,
Chill,
Jordan,
is Rudy a franchise player?
yes.
Chill, Jordan, do you disagree with that?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, well, cool. Well, no wonder.
I
No
think he's a
wonder.
good defensive
No
player.
wonder.
Ben
No wonder
Wallace
when we get the
Ben Wallace isn't a franchise player. Ben Wallace isn't a franchise player.
and they walk right by you. I'm gonna know exactly why because of that take right there. That
No,
take
you
right
crazy
there.
as
That's
hell.
different.
That's funny.
You crazy as hell, bro. Yeah,
All
I
right,
didn't say Swiper said Bam Adebayo was the face of the league. That's crazy as hell.
Never said that.
I'm just man.
Not the same
He
thing.
did say
Not the
that.
same
I'm
thing at
just
all.
man.
Not the-
Mars,
not the
Mars,
same
did he
thing
say
at all.
that? Mars, did he say that?
I heard him say
There
that.
you go.
Right. Not
There
the
you go.
same
Yeah,
thing
I
at
guess
all.
what I'm
Not the
saying
same thing at all.
Eastern Conference guards. Donovan Mitchell
These
is
polls are
also
nasty.
starting alongside LaMelo Ball. He has 1.5 million votes. And then you got Dame and Jalen Brunson at 3 and 4. They both got 1.2 million votes. And Trae Young with 700K.
A distant fifth. A distant.
Yeah, that's distant.
Very,
Anything
very
that
distant.
you guys would like to address? In this
I'm just
game?
surprised that
Eight
Trae
below
has no
Maxey-
motion.
8 below Maxi is disgusting.
Trey has
Yeah.
never had motion in this league for whatever reason.
And it's disappointing. I mean, not disappointing, but I would have voted for Dame above Donovan Mitchell. I'll just say that. But it's not disappointing. I understand it. But
You know, it's the wins and whatnot.
yeah,
For a lot of people.
Tyler Hero is as low as he is on this list, considering how he's been playing.
What's the
I think
fan
that's-
voting? It's the fan voting. He will
Like
be.
that, yeah.
all-star.
I think he will be. I'd be surprised if he's not. But I do think he'll be an all-star.
Hey, by the way, chill. I turned on Drench, you might be, whatever, be on this. I turned on Tyler Hero's highlight from high school. Watched some of his game docs. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Somebody was yapping at people, dog.
he was getting to it.
Goodness. I'm talking about
He was good.
fadeaways
He was
over both
responsible.
shoulders.
He was
Big,
good
big.
though.
Pink, like, but he was talking like bad talking, bro. I was like, and you couldn't.
Yeah, he wasn't doing that to a men, so it don't matter. He was talking to he was talking to
That's
people
funny.
that was
Didn't
scared of.
Hoop versus the Rockets this year? I'm tripping. You tripping? No, you tripping.
No, I'm talking about when he slammed him. He didn't say nothing, but you got me messed up.
Yeah, when he
messed
got
up.
thrown to the floor. Yeah.
Oh,
He
but
said,
wait,
"You
hold
got
on.
me
How?
messed up."
I was
The
gonna-
way that Mars
didn't
reacted to
the
that shit would have
Rockets
happened was
lose
so
that game?
funny.
Didn't the Rockets lose?
Yeah.
Didn't the
Yeah,
Rockets
right,
lose?
yeah.
Okay.
Hero
Tyler
lost
the
his
real
pride.
No, I
He
think
got
Hero
Tyler
didn't Hero have 28 points in that game. What you yapping
Tyler
about?
Hero,
I won
He
He
and I
got
scored.
slammed,
Yeah,
and I got
next thing I know,
slammed.
next
I
game,
got
next game,
slammed.
Tyler Hero was questionable with a bruised hip.
Oh man,
Nah, that's
Nasty
even
Nasty
more
work.
embarrassing.
That's nasty work, bro. That's nasty work.
He was for sure busting that boy ass. He was cooking that
Swipe
boy
it.
too.
Swipe
That's
it.
how you know. That's how you know he was
Hero
getting cooked
You
when you got to pick on when you got to slam him.
That's a fact.
Hey,
That's a fact.
He may or may not.
Hey, Jordan, I'm
He was
curious.
tight.
I'm
He was tight about that.
curious to know how come Amin Thompson ain't do that shit to DeMar DeRozan last night.
Hey, DeMar DeRozan was busting his ass, though. No, he was busting his ass.
I guess it's different when Tyler Hero do something to you. You could pick on the little white boy, but you ain't gonna do that to you. Ain't gonna do
You
that.
got to pick and choose. You got to pick and choose. You got to pick and choose.
I guess you ain't. I
You
guess
got to pick and choose your battles, man. Yeah.
I guess when Debo coming, you ain't tough no more, huh?
Bro, for DeMar DeRozan to talk shit like he did to Dylan Brooks, and for him to bust his ass like that in a row, and Dylan Brooks not say a
Crazy.
word, you got me messed up, Debo. I would be like, Debo, you got me fucked
gonna
up.
say
So I'm
nothing
gonna
to
throw
Debo.
Debo out. Bro, he didn't say a word.
Debo.
I came out and said, I do not like Dylan Brooks.
All you gonna do is tuck your chain.
He ain't tucked nothing. Stop sitting there like he got roughed up last night. He did.
Man.
I'm sick of that. I'm
All
so
you
sick
gonna
of that
do is
shit.
tuck
Because he didn't
your
bully
chain.
anybody. He didn't.
Debo coming.
Debo bust his
Debo
ass.
coming.
Will.
You do. Get the hell out of here. with
Jordan
you.
beat out,
What you
by the
call
way.
it?
Man.
Debo
Y'all
coming.
Y'all do
I mean,
something.
DeMar really just get buzzed. He don't really be on that.
And beat out.
We had a ball
for
game. We had a
at
ball
least 7
game
to 10
last
games.
night.
Yeah, it's a ball
And I
game,
want
and
to get back to
Debo
this.
came
I
through.
want to get back to this All-Star thing that you was talking
You
about.
better
Ron.
tuck your
But
chain.
we had a ball game last night, and your boys survived. You started
Yeah,
spitting
and
the
we
ball
won.
out, and you
We
coughing
won. You
the
call it
ball
what-
up.
you call it what you want.
Yeah, exactly. You absolutely won the game, but and that was because of Dylan Brooks with them goofy fouls, 3 of them in a row at the end of the game, 3 of them. But which were foul? They were fouls, Mars. No doubt about that. They were.
We seen it.
But with that being said, Amen Thompson did as good a job as he could possibly do against DeMar DeRozan. And let's be clear about one thing. DeMar DeRozan did not bitch him. He did not bully him. He did not push him around. None of that was going on. So stop acting like he just straight roughed him up.
He cooked his ass. He cooked his ass just like Tyler. What I'm saying, chill. What I'm saying is, how come when Tyler Hero get the cooking you want to get mad and buck up, but when Debo cooking you tuck your chain?
That's not the same thing. It's not the same thing.
And what I'm saying, you know, and when at the end,
busy last night,
and at the end, though, when they went on that run, it was out Sengun making them big defensive stops. That he was making.
Oh yeah, he was getting blocked and he was getting steals.
Alp had me shook. He was taking them. Alp had me shook for a minute. I was like, damn, he came to the sack and shut it down. But we just can't do that. Why though? Because Debo coming.
Yo, right quick, I'm gonna step in, and we are gonna get to the OKC game. We have to talk about that. We will talk some more about the Rockets versus the Kings, because that was a crazy nightcap. And there was a couple other good games last night too, and we will get to that. But before we do, make sure you like the video. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you become a member. Make sure you follow everybody's page up here. Everybody has individual pages. Make sure you follow. Actually, Gifted, where can we find you at?
Gifted Hoops _ on Twitter, and everywhere else, Gifted Hoops, Twitch, YouTube, all that at Gifted Hoops.
Swiper, where can we find you at?
Player's Choice.
Great answer. Chill, where can we find you at?
At Player's Choice and Chilltown Hoops on YouTube.
Big Ox, where can we find you at?
Somewhere not tucking my chain.
Mars, where can we find you outside of Alabama?
Mars Talk Sports on YouTube. I would plug my TikTok, but you guys ain't gonna have it in 2 days. So.
Nah, they actually repealed it apparently. Joe Biden.
TikTok saved? Is that
Joe Biden apparently is gonna delay it until Trump comes in office or something like
Monday,
that.
which is Monday.
So,
Jordan, where you at?
You know I'm at Drinksman Sports on all platforms. You know that.
Cool. And you can find me tonight on Playback on the main stage with my dogs. We will be watching the Wolves versus the Knicks. It's going to be an amazing game, so y'all be sure to pull up. And somewhere else where you could probably find me? Making a greater than host pick of the day on the PrizePicks app, where you can run your game, control your game, and ultimately win your game. When you play $5, you get 50 back instantly. Yes, it's really that simple, y'all. So download the app, use promo code PANEL, select the players that you like the most, or just the player projections that you think are the sneakiest on there. I mean, I'll find a projection or two every day where it's like, I know I'm going to hit that one. And then ultimately, you'll be able to cash out quick, fast, and in a hurry. Cha-ching, money straight to your bank account without even thinking twice. It's on PrizePicks, once again, where you can win your game, control your game, run your game, all the above, you know. But also, it is Friday on the PrizePicks app, which means, you can flex on them. With Flex Fridays, you have a protected play. Basically, what that is, you win or you get your cash back. And it's really as simple as that. When you put the money up and when you play on Flex on Fridays, if you don't completely hit everything, you will get a little something back. And if you do win, then, you get all your earnings. It's really as simple as that. So once again, I don't need to keep telling you. You need to go ahead and put your action ahead of you and download the app, use promo code PANEL, and watch us how we do our thing right here, right now. Fellas, yesterday was a bad day, but we'll get it back. The Cleveland Cavaliers just completely did us dirty, but we'll have a bounce back day. Chill, it's on you first. How you want to rock? What you want to do?
Hold on, Ron. When you became us?
What you mean?
Us meaning us, us like the panel.
Oh, okay. I thought you was talking about
they played terrible, so they end up sitting everybody down.
I thought he was saying that like he was a Thunder fan.
I am.
Okay. Welcome to OKC FC.
Oh man, is it room for me on the Rockets bandwagon?
You good?
Yo, Chill, what you want to do, Chill?
Can we take a look at that?
Right, everybody make it one, right? Or how we doing it?
Yeah. We just gonna make 4 quick ones and get up out of here.
You said Miami, Chill?
Yeah. Can we take a look at that?
Y'all know we got a game on the main stage. We gotta do that game.
Oh, right.
Ron want me to be paused today. I see.
It's Knicks who, Ron? Minnesota?
Wolves. Yeah.
Okay. What you want,
Let me
Chip?
get. Oh, I want Julius Randle. Just putting out there.
But you gotta wait your turn, Mars.
Yeah, I'm just making sure you're aware that.
Denver and Miami.
Nah, chill. We doing Minnesota. Minnesota.
I love how
Minnesota
Chill just do his own thing.
I'm sorry, I apologize.
I love that, man.
Denver. Yeah, let me see what let me see the line on. Let's see. I'm Josh Hart with his rebounds. I got 10 rebounds from Josh Hart tonight.
Yo, y'all know Josh Hart has the most rebounds in the new year?
Take the more.
Like of everybody. He got more rebounds than Jokic, Giannis, Sabonis.
He plays 49 minutes a game.
That is true, but for a 6'4" guy,
that's insane. That's insane, bro.
Yeah, maybe that comment who said Josh Hart is really just Charles Barkley with less opportunity.
Wait, what? What
Who's that? Mars, Mars, you said Julius Randle?
Yeah, let me see what Julius Randle got going on.
They still got the graphic of him in the Knicks jersey.
30.5 PRA. Let me get that more, please.
I ain't gonna lie. When I see Julius Randle, I just think fade every time.
Let me go ahead and just do mine real quick. OG and Anobi. Yeah, it's easy money. Okay. What's up, Ron? What you doing?
I mean, I'm about to go to Ed.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can we take 4 Knicks? Is that allowed?
We can.
Well, Julius ain't a Nick no more.
No, he a Nick.
That's
He gonna play for the Knicks tonight.
He playing with them. He with us. He with us.
What is his demon points? I'm probably just gonna go regular, but
33.5.
That's not too bad.
Really not, bro.
And you in the garden tonight. You better show up and show out. Come
Actually,
on,
if Cat not playing, there's a chance there's no rim protection.
Give me
Even
the
if
points.
Cat's playing, there's still no rim protection.
Oh yeah, Randall might have a revenge game. They're gonna probably try to be in the ball a lot. That's fair.
Hence why I said more.
Hold on, wait. We got both of them going 30 for 30. Oh, that's PRA.
Well, no, I'm on
30.
PRA.
Okay,
I'm on
okay,
PRA.
all right. Whew.
Yeah,
All right.
PRA can make sense. Yeah.
All right, that's good. Submit that.
Hold on, wait. Ox, what you do?
You know what I did.
All right,
OG
just
playing.
making sure. Do we want Jalen Brunson? Just as
Jalen Brunson, what?
As a collective pick?
Maybe do Jalen Brunson assist.
Ron, what for Jalen Brunson?
Let
me see what it look like.
Let's see what the boy looking like.
Brunson's his probably like 6.5. Ooh, 7.5. That's a little
what?
sharp.
These 3-point made.
I love that.
I want that.
I love that. Mars, chill. Jalen Brunson, demon, 4 threes.
Do you like that more than field goals made?
No.
Don't put me on that.
You don't want chill. You don't want this chill.
If you think you're gonna make 4 threes, then take it. I ain't co-signing it.
All right, are you co-signing 9 field goals made?
I'd rather co-sign field goals made because he's going to take the shots.
I'd co-sign field goals made.
Yes, I'm not taking the 3.5 3. 4
we got.
He's about to get this so easy, and it's a demon. But all right.
Yeah, but I feel like if he hits the 3, he's going to hit the, shots too.
Yeah, but this is a demon pick.
But that's how they get you.
All right, but so chill, Lamar.
You know what I'm saying? They put demon on shit. You're like, that's gonna hit. Nope.
Hold on, real quick.
Go down right quick though. What's that? Is that a 3 combo?
That's a points combo.
Do they got a 3
combo?
It's a
3. There go 3 combo right here.
Them to make 6 threes?
I'll take that.
Oh yeah.
You already got
Ant.
No.
I want that pick. Take Ant off of there. Give me that.
So this is for you.
You can't take the points combo with Ant if you've already got Ant.
I don't think you can.
I mean, we could try it. Throw it on there.
You can try it though.
See if we could slip it in there.
I didn't even change.
Just the tip.
All right.
All right, yo.
Let's see what y'all on.
Gifted. I'm not on that.
Nah, Ryan, you got it.
I don't judge if you are.
All right. Just put up 10. Actually, nah. Keep it at 20.
That's 20. That's $20 more.
Yeah, it's really not worth the investment.
All right, take it off.
Get out of here with that.
See,
let's just submit this.
All right.
What you want?
I was gonna say the Jalen Brunson field goals made.
Okay.
Let's go with the demon, man.
Get that out.
But look at that. See what I'm saying?
I co-sign.
Man, listen to me.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I like Jalen Brunson to get 5 rebounds though.
What?
All right.
I can see that.
5 rebounds is not.
You know what? I'm gonna go with Ron because yesterday Ron picked Lou Dort to crack 4 threes and he hit.
He only had these 3.
Lou Dort was going crazy yesterday.
Time and 3s made too.
Huh?
Lou Dort just passed and 3s made all time.
Really?
Yeah, was that a fact?
Oh, W Dort. Okay,
that is a fact. I think he passed about like 5 now.
You know who the best shooter is.
All right, tonight we will be more merchants because we got Josh Hart getting more than 10 rebounds. We got Julius Randle getting more than 30.5 PRA. We have OG Anunoby getting more than 20.5 PRA. We got Ant-Man getting more than a demon pick of 33.5 points. And then we got Jalen Brunson cracking 4 threes tonight on a demon pick. We got him going more as well. Let's go ahead and make it happen. It should be a good night on Playback tonight. Once again, if you don't know, this is where you can find us on Playback tonight, watching this game. Some of us will be parlay watching. Some of us will be actually talking hoops. And some of us will be enjoying Sports Fluent up there. All right, let's get back to it, y'all.
Fluent's coming through, huh?
Potentially. That's the rumor.
He taking my spot because of my dentist.
That's what's up.
That
Hey,
is the rumor.
May I
Hey,
ask
Mars, my dentist popped up on some Playback last night, too.
your dentist?
That's heat.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out.
For real.
That's cool. That's W support. A lot of people don't even know I do this. Question: could you know Embiid just is out with this 7 to 10 days because of knee swelling? Do y'all think he should shut it down? Rest of the year?
Oh yeah, we spoke about this yesterday. You and her. Yeah.
For the rest of his career, Simon, for the rest of his career.
No, please, no troll. I know you might not be trolling. I'm saying that's such a far right take that I don't want to get lost in the weeds. Like
That's a far left take, Swipe.
Sure. Do y'all think he should be shut down the rest of the year?
Yes.
Maybe you can summarize it for me.
My belief is this season is a lost cause. They keep bringing back Embiid when he's at 70% capacity. He can give you 3 games, then he's out again because he's hurt something else or his knee's swelling again because you aren't giving him time to recover. I think we're at a point with how much meniscus is being removed from his knee because they keep trying to rush him back for the playoffs like they did last year. He's probably not going to be able to give you much, but I would at least rest in this season. This season's a lost cause. Get your top 6 protector pick from OKC and then see what happens next year. Probably, I'm still not very high on what the future holds for Philly, but I don't think Joel Embiid's the most tradable asset. So I would tank away this year and then just see what happens in the offseason. That's what I would do.
There you go.
There we go.
Give it
Summer.
a rest. Give it a
All right.
rest, Joe.
All right, y'all. We got a hell of a game to talk about last night. I'm going to read one super chat, though, and then we're going to get into it. Realist123 basically said, early finals prediction. Who does everybody got? I got OKC and a dark horse in the Pacers.
And that horse dark as hell.
Let's
That's a dark ass horse.
You gotta love a black ass horse. Let's go, OKC.
Dark ass. Damn, that's
Hey.
dark.
Whoa.
It would be good to revisit this to see who's right.
Okay, first and foremost, why is
Dark
that
as
a dark? Wait a minute. Why is that a dark horse?
Because they're not going.
Pacers?
Yes. Why is that a
Them?
dark horse? Okay.
Are they even a top 3 team in the conference?
I think they're top 5 right now.
No. I'm saying in terms of like how good the teams are in the conference. Period.
Okay. So
Are they even top 3 in the conference
I think
year?
that-
I mean,
Are they better than the Pistons?
Last year we finished top 2.
But they beat the Pistons. And
Yes,
they've been going at it. That's a nice
And-
little confrontation going on.
They've been rolling. I think they won. I think they won 5 of their last 6 games or something like that.
I
And-
hear all that, but I'm asking you: Are they a top 3
8 of our
conference?
last 10?
Their defense has gotten better. 100%. Their defense has gotten better. Their offense has gotten better. They're playing a lot faster than they were last season.
And again, I hear all of that. But again, are you saying they are a top 3 team in the Eastern Conference?
they don't have to be a top 3 team. They won a top 3 team last year. They won the East Finals.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, they won
I'm
in
sorry.
Going.
I'm not talking about seeding. I'm talking about talent-wise, in terms of performance-wise as well. Do you think they're going to be a top 3 team in the Eastern Conference with Boston and Cleveland?
Why do you have to be a top 3 team to automatically ensure that you're going to be in the NBA championship?
Well,
Just so
because
you know
most of the teams that go to win the actual championship rank
Okay.
top 3 in their conference at the end of it.
and just so we clear, he didn't say win it. He said them being a dark horse and being in the NBA finals. And just so
No, he
you
said
know,
his finals prediction was OKC and Indiana.
right? And his finals
Which
position.
means he has Indiana going to the finals.
He didn't
Right,
say
so they
them
have to go
winning.
to the
He said them
finals.
a dark horse as going to the NBA
Okay,
finals.
but the definition of a dark horse is people don't expect you to make it and you wind up making it. So I'm
And-
asking you, do you think that they could make the finals?
I think that they can make the finals.
Okay, so you think that they could beat Boston if they matched up with them in a series and go to the finals?
Hey, it would. Boston is a team that I think could win the NBA championship, but it would not surprise me if they got bounced in the second round.
Why Indiana?
I don't know why this is
Boston.
It would not surprise me if they got bounced in the second round. That would not surprise me.
Chill's not saying that he thinks that they're going to win it. Chill does not even think that the Pacers can.
He's questioning why they were considered a dark horse.
That's why they're a dark horse.
I don't. How are the Pacers not a dark horse?
And I want. How are they not a dark
horse?
How are they not a dark horse?
Dark horse to go to the finals. I was like, how are the Rockets a dark horse? Like, well, you mean how are they a dark horse?
So we're not saying it's not possible, Chill. We're just saying that it'd be a black ass horse.
That's why they're a black ass horse. Yeah,
that's incredible considering that they were in the East Finals last year.
They were a dark horse to make it there.
They were a dark horse that year too. And dark horse again.
So why would and how come we don't do that with anybody else? So are the Dallas Mavericks a dark horse to make it back to the finals?
No, because they're actually good.
Why wouldn't they be? Why wouldn't they be a dark horse? They were in the NBA Finals last year.
They're better than Indiana. They're not a dark horse. They're just they're a contender.
Okay, so let's say as a team they're better than them. Is Indiana a dark horse to make it back to the East Finals?
Yes.
Yeah, they are.
So that was a fluke last year what they did.
Yes.
I wouldn't say it was a fluke. I would say they benefited.
I wouldn't say it's a fluke, but I think there's teams that are going to be better.
From a lot of Knicks injuries, I would say that.
So we can say the same. So I can say the same thing about the Dallas Mavericks. They were 5th last year in the West.
You cannot say the same thing about Dallas Mavericks.
How good the team is.
He's cooking though with this.
This is the Dallas Mavericks team.
No, he's
not.
This
is the Dallas Mavericks team that made trades at the trade deadline and was a different team than they were before the trade deadline. So using their seeding over 82 games is disingenuous because it wasn't the same team that they started with. They started with Grant Williams and ended with Daniel Gafford. It was not the same team. So that's disingenuous. The same way the 23 Lakers would be disingenuous saying they were a playing team, but they changed their team at the deadline. So they were a different team post deadline. They just didn't play a full season with it.
And that's the same. And Mars.
This is a Dallas team that by all intents and purposes
they didn't have the same team at the trade
deadline.
Siakam wasn't on the team before the season started. He wasn't on the crew.
And the Pacers are
so that was a different team.
For many
because
reasons.
that was a different team, he made them better.
No one legitimately thinks the Pacers are better than the Celtics. So one reason why the Pacers would be considered a dark horse to make the finals is because that would imply that they would have to beat Cleveland, Boston, New York, or Milwaukee to make it to the finals.
Orlando.
That just don't happening.
They are not seen as favorites in any of those series. So if they make the finals, people will view that as an unlikely
and that's why they're a black ass horse to me, Chill. That's what I'm saying.
They're going to be in the playoffs. They have a shot, but they are a dark horse because there are 5 teams that by most people are considered better than them and will be favored in a series against them. And
if they replay the Bucks this year healthy, are you just outright saying they're going to beat the Bucks? No. I don't think you're going to outright say the Pacers are going to beat the Bucks. You might believe in that. Sure, it could happen. But again, what a dark horse is a team that you don't expect based off what you've seen. I don't think that they're going to beat one of those 4 teams in the playoffs. Could they? Sure. But you have to beat 2 of those teams at the very least to make it to a conference finals, and then 3 of those teams to make it to the finals. So for them to have a run where they beat Boston, Cleveland, maybe the Magic, to beat all 3 of these teams to go to the finals, yeah, you're a dark ass fucking horse. Absolutely.
Right now, if the season
absolutely you are.
If the season ends today, the Pacers' path to the finals would be New York,
easy,
Boston, and then Cleveland, Milwaukee, or Orlando in the conference finals.
That is hard. That's hard. That's hard.
Because they would be the underdog in every single series.
Hey, well, with that being said, Chill, like, but it is a black ass horse. It might have like a white spot or 2 on there, but that was pretty black.
Nah, that's fully black.
Oh, no freckles, no white freckles.
No, that's fully black.
All right,
fully black.
That horse is dead on midnight. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah,
dead on midnight is heat. All right, but the super chat asked our finals predictions. So as of right now, who do you guys got going to the finals?
Oh man,
Oklahoma City,
OKC and Boston. OKC and Boston, both of you guys?
Oklahoma City and Boston. That's what I have.
Black.
I really want to say Cavs, but I still got Boston too. I got OKC and Boston too.
I'm kind of ignoring all the major red flags that Boston is showing me.
I want to say that like it's just them coasting through the regular season and like they just have to be healthy. I'll say this: if there's no Porzingis, I will go Cleveland.
Big
as bad as I want to go with Orlando.
They won last year without Porzingis.
If they can't do it again, it is my point.
East was a lot worse.
Yeah, the East is way better this year.
As bad as I want to go with Orlando, I'm gonna go with Cleveland.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with Cleveland. And as bad as I want to go with the Clippers,
Why, Ox? Stand on that Clippers logic, because you talked all that shit about Kawhi Leonard before the season started. He's back in the lineup. Stand on that Clipper logic, Ox.
That's why. Just like you said why the Clippers. You said why the Clippers, and you brought Kawhi. Back. Well, that's why the Clippers, because Kawhi.
Okay, he's back. Okay, so he's back.
So that's what I'm saying. I'm standing on the fact that they are that good with Kawhi, but just like we were just talking about, the better team doesn't always go. So the second best player in the NBA is SGA.
Cook.
I didn't think the Thunder were ready, but I don't know. I think SGA might just be ready.
Hey, Ox, I was just talking about. I went to hoop this morning, and we was at the gym. You know, when everybody getting warming up,
might
talking.
Just be ready.
Any doubt that I had in OKC before last night, it's all gone.
Wait, so do you think
this
SGA is
last
better
night?
than Tatum now? You think SGA is past Tatum?
Yes.
Okay, don't say it like that because you've been hesitant to say that for a long time.
Well, yeah, because I've been hesitant, but like I was saying yesterday, Morris, SGA has done this year what Jalen Brunson did for me last year. I've watched him extremely close all season because I watched him a lot last year, and I just wasn't sure. Now I've been watching a lot this year, and I'm positive. I'm sure of it. He's better than Jayson Tatum. He's better than Luka Doncic. He's the second best player in the NBA behind Giannis.
SGA is different, man. SGA is different.
Yeah, he's like that. I don't know though. But Kawhi is back, and Kawhi is looking like Kawhi. So with that being said,
the Chill looks so displeased.
That's all right. Chill will be okay. I got the Clippers versus the Cavs in the finals.
I want to give a shout out to the Dallas Mavericks, who I think are the second best team in the West.
And that's without Luka playing a lot of the season. That is impressive.
Yeah, they are my second favorite in the West besides OKC. So,
who's a better matchup for OKC to you, Mars? Is it Dallas or Memphis? If both teams are fully healthy.
Matchup for OKC, I think is Dallas because their half court offense I think is better.
I agree.
I think that OKC's toughest matchups will be Denver and Dallas with like the Clippers also in that mix. I think they will handle every single other team in the West.
I think the argument someone gave me for Memphis being the better matchup is because they feel like out of all those teams, the defensive ceiling that Memphis can get to is higher, but I still question the half-court offense with that.
Houston's defensive ceiling is higher than Memphis's. So.
Yeah, well, Memphis is coming out the West. So y'all just brace yourselves when we get there. Just remember you heard this on January 17th.
Have you ever said this before? Like at all, at any point?
He's been riding the Memphis train.
Okay.
The season started with him trying to say Memphis and OKC were one and the same.
Wait. I got a question. What is this thing? What is this thing with you and Swiper today, Gifted? Have you said this before? What does it matter what I said yesterday? What about when I'm saying?
No, I'm just asking. I was just curious. I don't know.
Y'all want me to stand on takes I made last March?
Well, yeah, I kind of feel like when you make a take, you should stand by it unless you see new things to change it. Yeah.
In the comments the other day when we was talking about the greatest prospects ever, and because I said it was Wemby, someone brought up a take that I don't remember having. That I said I wouldn't trade. That I would trade Wemby for like Jokic or something his rookie year.
Huh?
Okay. And it was like, well, if you would trade Wemby for Jokic, that means Kareem's the best prospect. I was like, okay, first of all, I don't remember making that take. Second of all, I disagree with my old self. And third of all, I don't see the correlation. But like, sometimes I say things that I can change my mind on, but I've forgotten. I'm so far removed.
No, you can't, because I know I can't. I know
that,
for a fact
like, if you hold me to a take I've made before,
when I say something,
and it's so far removed from me making the take, I've just probably never brought up the fact that I've changed my mind on the take, just because it's never been brought up again. That doesn't mean I haven't changed my mind on it. Like, and that's the thing when every take you make is documented.
Clearly not.
I can change my mind and just not bring up that I've changed my mind on it, because either I forgot about it or I just didn't think it was relevant to bring up that I changed my mind. But I can change.
Or the fact that something has changed, Mars, that doesn't help neither. Nope. You said that, so you got to stick with it. So when I said that Jayson Tatum was better in the mid-range than SGA, I can't change my mind on that. I got to stick with that.
That was wrong when you said it.
I have to stay.
That was wrong when you said it, though.
I have to say.
I do get your point. But that was
right.
And even though I'm seeing what I'm seeing, I still got to stick with that. Jayson Tatum is better than SGA in the mid-range. Even though I'm watching SGA in the mid-range, he looks like Michael Jordan, right? He looks like Kevin Durant in the mid-range. Nope. I got to stick with Jayson Tatum is better than SGA in the mid-range.
You did just change Jayson. You changed Jayson Tatum is better in the mid-range than SGA to Jayson Tatum is better isolation player than SGA. So like, you really just went from one bad take to another bad take. But
I'm on the mindset that like
do you
if
still
you
think SGA, do you still think Jayson Tatum is better than SGA?
Probably.
I think that there's the gap is starting to get far. And I'm going off, yes, in SGA's favor. Going off what I've seen right now, I think the gap is starting to go the other way. Now that could change. That can Jayson Tatum can show me something different in his shot selection, because I think that's where the difference is. I think that's where the difference is with his shot selection. On defense, I think he's better than SGA. Maybe I'm in the minority. I watch Jayson Tatum handle the ball. I watch him get by people, and I don't see much of a separation between SGA and Jayson Tatum in terms of ball handling. Jayson Tatum is nice as hell with the peel. Nice as hell with the peel. And he gets by, case, especially at 6'9". He gets by.
JT do got a handle.
He gets by.
The
problem is
he ain't got SGA.
He's not playing with the ball.
Right. But the problem is, and I still stand on this, is that he will bail you out with a bad shot. SGA won't do that. If you let SGA stick that 15-footer, or if you give him that 15-footer, that 18-footer, he will stick that thing all night long until you make him do something different. Jayson Tatum, he's gonna bail you out with all the way 22-footers and not try to get to the rim to score, as opposed to actually getting fouled. He will go to SGA won't do that. SGA will not do that. But when I think about SGA's game and how it's evolving offensively as a scorer a lot more than what Jayson Tatum's is.
Mars, my thing with the with SGA, what I was waiting for was exactly what you was talking about, was the defense thing. I was because I think Jayson Tatum is a great defender. So I wasn't sold on SGA's defense last year. So that's mostly what I've been watching is his defense, and the fact that he actually does compete on defense. He's not as good of a defender as Jayson Tatum, but he plays good enough defense to where I'm like, okay, cool. He plays D. You know what I'm saying? He's in there. He doesn't have to be as good as Jayson Tatum, but the fact when he gets to his spots, it doesn't look the same. It doesn't look the same at all, but at a level of Kyrie Irving, the way he can get anywhere he wants and manipulate the defense without the handle of Kyrie, but still the ability to manipulate the defense to get where he wants to, unbothered, and shoot any shot he wants to. You cannot ignore that. At the pace he plays, slow is quick. He slows it down, speeds it up, uses the defense against themselves. You cannot ignore that. That's why finally I have put SGA, jumped a couple spots. He's like that, bro. You can't deny it. And the kid plays defense, so you can't deny him. You just can't deny him anymore. I just
want to point out, like, this is the only thing that I was saying last season about why Shai was better than Tatum, because of everything Ox just said. And I think him doing it again is just making people think, oh, yeah, well, now I see it. Like, he's just like that, bro. That's fine. And this is no shade to Tatum. Tatum's good. He's just not as good as Shai is. That's all.
Shai just different. Shai having... Like, and I know, like, for most people, it's hard to, like, acknowledge what's happening while it's happening. But, like, 15 years from now, this will be viewed as one of the all-time great guard seasons in NBA history. Rightfully so. But this is...
And it's not a fluke, and it's not an anomaly. He's giving it to us.
You said 15 years from now?
Seasons. Yeah, we're in 2040. This SGA season will be held in extremely high regard as an all-time.
We gotta see how he finishes in Mars. You know how that works.
Yeah. Obviously. Assuming he's healthy and assuming they don't just lose him on one of the 8 seed, but like assuming like they get where they're reasonably expected to go, and Shai still performs at a high level, this will be deemed as one of the all-time guard seasons.
So if they lose in the Western Conference Finals to the Clippers, then it'll be okay.
Depends how Shai plays. It depends how Shai plays. If Shai's still performing at an elite level, 15 years from now, they'll be like, remember 2025 Shai? And there'll be a guard in the league right now, and some clown will be on their show saying, hey, this guy's better than peak Shai. And then I'm gonna be the old head, like, nah, you ain't see peak Shai. That's what I'm gonna be doing.
So we clear. Just so we clear. SGA today, I think it's Dwayne Wade and Jordan are the only two other guys who average 30, 5, 5, 2 steals and a block.
Who?
Wade and Jordan. I'm the only two other guards to do that. Now, add that into, and by the way, there's people who told me that Dwayne Wade should have won the league MVP in 08-09. I disagree with that. I think
they were wrong.
Yeah, they were wrong. But that was a conversation. However, I want to add in Jayson Tatum. I'm sorry. SGA this season. He's one of, let's see, James Harden, Steph Curry, and Jordan. And SGA are the only guards to average 30 a game in a 15-game win streak. All three of them dudes won the league MVP. And we waiting on SGA. This is what he's doing this season.
I think he's gonna get it this year, Chill. I think SGA is gonna get it.
This is what he's doing
right now.
Yeah, this is what he's doing this season. And the 35, 5, and 2 steals. What we have to do, and I'm in the minority, and I'm gonna do what I can to push this. We gotta stop talking about dudes who are steals leaders like they don't defend. We have to. We gotta stop.
If
talking
they don't
about
defend, I think we should.
If they don't defend, they don't defend.
We do. We do have to acknowledge that. But what we can't do is we can't lump all of those dudes in just because James Harden or Magic or Steph Curry, because John Stockton played defense, Alvin Robinson played defense, Sidney Moncrief played defense, Michael Jordan played defense. These guys all played defense. The fact
how many steals a game is that, Chill?
Who?
Hey Morris, how many passes a game? How many passes a game is there on average in the game?
A lot.
I'm just saying, standing in the passing lane.
Mars, there's no way you know that shit for real, Mars. Like, what the hell are you talking about? 360. Like, how did you like?
NBA passes per game. Let's see how close.
Oh my! Oh my!
See how close.
Let him cook. Jordan.
I was nowhere close. The leader is at 327, so the average is like 280. So I wasn't.
Goodness.
Oh, 20 80
how do you
passes.
find that?
There's got to be at least 1,000 dribbles. At least 1,000 dribbles and about 280 passes.
I'll be on NBA.com. I can't.
I'm not moved.
You know what you should. If you're not moved by that, Ox, you should not be also moved by a team averaging 115 a game and you're averaging 30. That's barely. That's what's that like a almost a quarter of it?
It's at 25%.
Give me a break. That's one in every 4. That's one in every 4 buckets. So like I'm really not moved by a guy averaging 30 a game. 48 minutes.
1 in 4 points is
you're getting that many shots. Give me a break, man.
But chill. That's what you said. That's like 40. That's like 40%.
2 years off your life, Chill.
What'd you say?
25%. It's at 25.
What'd you say? 30 out of what?
115.
115. Okay, yeah, that's like 25%. 2 steals out of 300-something passes. That's not even 1%.
I like
one thing I do.
Oaks is trolling, but he's fun. I like it.
One thing I do want to acknowledge. Since the beginning of last season, Shai has the most 30-point games. He had his 75th last night. Giannis is at 63, and Luka is at 60. So Shai has been the most consistent scorer. Is that
including the playoffs or just the regular season?
It just says since the beginning of last season.
So Shai has 75 30-point games in 115 games.
He averages 30.
Yeah, but he's so ridiculous.
That shit is crazy, bro.
He doesn't play above the rim like that. He doesn't.
But
I mean, but that's why you can argue like his overall longevity could be insane if he's playing like this, because he's not based on like pure athleticism. A lot of his game is very much skill, lanes, and whole lot of complex angles.
There's a lot of athletic components to it, but
no, there is, but I'm just saying, like, it's not like if he goes down with this, his career's gonna forever, you know.
Yeah.
Well, let's just hope he
I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
right.
Shai having a hell of a season.
For sure.
An amazing season. And I think if you're not watching OKC games, I do think you're missing out on some amazing basketball individually from Shai, and then as a team defense as well.
Bro, OKC's defense last night with their shooting was crazy, bro.
Let's stay on SGA for a second. Today is April. I'm sorry. Today is May the 6th, and the semifinals have already started. They've already announced that the league MVP is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Is he the league MVP going away, or is it close between him and Joker?
Giannis.
And Giannis.
I think the voters. I think it will be close in terms of what the voters value. I don't think Shai will be running away with it.
I think Shai's gonna get it though.
I think what will ultimately make Shai run away with it, because right now they're 34-6, which means they're on track for 70-12 ish.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They win 70 games, and Shai hasn't missed a game yet. I don't think
he wins it going away.
They win 70 games. Yeah, he
wins it going away.
It won't be close.
Remember, I told y'all that's what I thought was going to happen this year. I said I thought it was going to be a first-time MVP. I thought it was going to be either JT, Shai. I threw Ja in there, and I threw Ant in there. because I said I thought one of those guys, or it was Luka. Luka was one of the guys I threw in there, but I thought one of those guys was going to finish high enough and win enough games that I thought they would be able to get it and obviously perform at a great level. And it just happens to be Shai right now. Shai just like
the problem with Giannis winning it, and I think Giannis has been playing at an MVP level for the last like 4 years. But the problem with Giannis winning it, I mean, the fact that Dame is there and he's got another potential all-pro guy on his crew, that may knock Giannis down a little bit, considering he doesn't have to do as much. I mean, Shai is running around with a bunch of dudes on rook deals and a bunch of dudes on team-friendly contracts without his best defender and best rim protector on his team in a nightmare of a Western Conference, and they're at the top of the league.
Yeah, but chill. And like you're comparing what? So what would you rather have, Damian Lillard or the best defensive unit in the league? On top of that, with another 20-point per game scorer with J-Dub. On top of that, with a seasoned center iHeart. On top of that, you got Alex Caruso, Casey Wallace. Like what's more valuable? I get it. Like he does have Dame. I get it. But he does not have the dogs that Shai has.
No, he doesn't have the dogs that Shai has. That part I won't argue. But what I'm thinking about is how those dudes go. SGA makes is as much as y'all dudes to tell me that SGA is probably the third or the fourth best defender on that crew today. I mean, I'd like to think that he contributes a lot more than that. Overall. So, especially on the defensive end, I think he contributes a lot more than that. I don't think you guys give SGA enough credit as the defender that he is. I'm not just counting the fact that he gets in the passing lane and he keeps his hands busy and he gets steals. I mean, he's a disruptor too. He's not the on-ball defender that Lou Dort is. I won't argue that. He's not the on-ball defender that Alex Caruso is. I won't argue that part. But what I will argue is how much he is a disruptor and how much better they are defensively with him on the floor.
I think he's a great defender, but like I don't think it's a knock on Shai that I recognize that I think OKC have 6 better defenders than him. I just think
6. That's not
just true.
Like they just have an amazing defensive team.
I'll give you Chet.
Who are the 6 for you?
I'll give you
J-Dub, Hartenstein, Dort, Kayson Wallace, Chet, and Caruso.
I don't think Hartenstein's a better.
You think? I don't think Hartenstein's better than SGA either.
I don't know about that.
We're just gonna agree to disagree.
Hartenstein's better defender.
Other 5
spend time debating.
The other 5 is no argument.
Is definitely that.
Why is Hartenstein in the debate?
Why? Yeah.
Why is Hartenstein better? Wait. And you know how I feel about post defense.
I don't know how you can debate Hartenstein, to be honest with you.
How can you not? I know how you feel about. You know how I feel about post defense, but what is Hartenstein doing that SGA is not? What is Hartenstein
rim protection, movement with his feet.
Rim protectors in the sport of basketball.
Yeah,
one of the best drop bigs,
and he's very foul prone too, and he fouls a lot. 100% he fouls a lot.
No. You watched him against the Cavs foul a lot. He doesn't.
No, I don't watch him against the Cavs foul.
He doesn't foul a lot. That's not true though. He doesn't foul a lot.
He doesn't foul a lot normally. No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. That's not true.
He averages 3 fouls a game. He doesn't foul a lot.
Yeah.
He's very rarely in foul trouble. You watched him in a couple marquee matchups struggle against maybe some.
He's actually very disciplined on
defense.
And
I didn't see,
and he doesn't foul a lot. That's just not true.
But he fouled in those games. So why can't I go off of that?
Okay, that's not the whole season though.
You guys do the same thing. You guys do the same thing on a small sample size. The exact same thing.
I'm telling you over the course of the season,
you do the same thing on a small sample size.
You can't tell me someone fouls a lot.
No, we don't. Well, sorry, I don't.
Yes, you do. You want
that just doesn't add up.
I said Shai was better than Tatum based on a large sample size, and you disagree with that.
You said that last year.
Yeah, because last year's sample size showed me he was a better player.
Okay, so last year, that's a small sample size. SGA's been in the league for 7 years. You didn't say that 2 years ago. You didn't say that 3 years ago. You said that last season. And it wasn't based on the years before that. It was based on last season.
After I had it, right. And I feel like a year of basketball, when you see someone perform day after day.
When a guy is in the league
okay, chill. If you're limiting the sample to a year, and you're asking me who played better in a year, that's not a small sample size. I'm evaluating the correct sample. If I'm telling you Shai is better this season than Jayson Tatum, I'm not saying he's better overall compared to 3 or 4 years, but this season he was better. And you said no. That's not evaluating a small sample size. That's me telling you the truth of what it was for that season.
You think that SGA is a better player?
I thought Shai was better than Tatum last season, and you said he wasn't. That's fine.
So do you think he's a better player than him?
Yes, I think now he's a better player.
And what are you basing that on?
I'm basing it on how he performs, how he gets downhill, how he does contribute to the
over the last year and a half.
How much better of an offensive player
over the last year and a half. That's your sample size
right now. Yeah.
Okay.
If we're talking about right now,
what's it meant to be? If that's the case, LeBron's still the best player in the world.
I don't know what else you want. Like, okay. How long
we have to recognize that the way someone's playing now is how good they are. Like at some point, we have to recognize that players improve. You year after year. So we can't just be like, well, 3 years ago you weren't better than this guy. So forget the improvement you've had.
And like, I'm sorry, but like the one thing that like makes you mad
but when another guy has improved also,
but when he's not improving to the level that you're improving,
we still have to account to that. Okay, so even if you aren't improving to the level, you are improving and you're ahead of that guy. When you're ahead of that guy,
is this SGA Tatum? Is that what I walked in on?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Kind of,
SGA is better than Tatum. Listen,
I'm just trying to say
that.
Shai is improving.
No, that's not even. No, that's so silly.
Getting better year on year.
Yeah, that's so
I already
silly.
thought Shai was better than Tatum last year.
Yeah,
Shai got better again this year. I also think Jayson Tatum in certain aspects has gotten better. In certain aspects, he's not playing to the same level.
Sure,
but Shai has gotten better from where he was last year. And last year, I thought he was better than Jayson Tatum. If I see someone has made improvements in their game, I think I should be able to point that out and say this guy has become better than someone who they were previously worse than, despite the fact that the other guy was better than them 2 years ago. Like, that's fine. They were better before.
Argument, Mars.
I think what kills me about the Shai Tatum conversations is that Shai
improved. Like,
hold on, chill. Shai
Gilgeous-Alexander
is currently having one of the greatest guard seasons we have literally.
We've already established that.
No, I know. I wasn't there, so I'm just. I guess.
But chill. I'm saying independent of all this, though, right? My problem with the Shai and Tatum conversations is your reason for now thinking Shai is a better player than Tatum existed last year. When I said Shai was a better player than Tatum that year, there's no improvement to his game he made this overall season that's making me say, oh, now he's better. No, he's been better. He's been better than Tatum for 2 years, in my estimation, for the same reasonings. Nothing is changing with that. Maybe you wanted more games of him doing that to show how valuable was, whatever, but in season last year, he was a better player than Jayson Tatum for the same reasons as this year.
He's been one of the best guard defenders in the league. He's one of the best defenders on his roster, top 4 or 5. I don't wherever you want to put him, that's important. I think that in terms of offense, like generating offense, has he been the second best offensive player on the season this year, possibly? So if you just do Shai pure scoring, he's literally like, in terms of a guard, like 1 of 1. Like he's shooting above, like he's 57% from 2 this year?
I think so.
59.9.
59.9 from 2. Like
on mostly pull-ups, and getting to the rim as a guard.
What?
Like his self-creation is like tier 1 self-creation. He's mad efficient. He's a good pull-up 3-point shooter relative. He's a good 3-point shooter relative because that's not what his main goal is. Yep. But in terms of just like offensive force, like Shai is standing alone amongst guards outside of like Luka, like, you know, obviously Luka is Luka, but like Shai, whatever the next thing over, that's what Shai is. And in terms of just comparing him to Tatum respectfully, like Tatum has never in his life ever had a season as impactful as what SGA is doing this year in terms of manning his team. And again, I think the thing is, Chill, you've heard me talk about this too. Like I think they have one of the best defensive units I've ever seen in my life, and scheme. Like even with Isaiah Hartenstein yesterday, they were like incredulous because then they're throwing waves of people at you. But in terms of what Shai's able to do, like 40 points through 3 quarters, mad efficient. You can't attack him in space consistently. Just across the board, like he's showing the last year and a half or 2 years, you know, included whatever, but the last year and a half especially, and even in the playoffs versus Dallas, he's showing an apex right now, respectfully, that outside of 22 Tatum, and I'm saying 22 Tatum in the playoffs. So if you want to put that with SGA, whatever, that's cool. But regular season, this is, I don't even think like there's never been a year that Tatum has shown this. And they're in the same age bracket. They're in the same age bracket. And Tatum is just quite like, you can quantify, is not as an impactful player as what Shai is doing right now for this OKC team across the board.
Yo, I'm about to step in and grab the wheel only because I want to steer this from SGA and Tatum. We are all on the same page.
I want to get back to the defense.
Okay.
Well, right quick, Teddy Hart sent through a $25 super chat. And Mars, you would kind of brought it up where in 15 years,
This is
somebody's
going to be a
say
very
that.
quick answer from me, Ron. I know it's super. This is going to be a very quick answer.
Somebody said
AI
that,
Mars. AI Mars.
Mars mentioned that in 15 years, a young punk is going to come around and say that this person's playing better than Shai. Well, we're going to fast forward to about 23, 24 years ago. And Teddy Hart sent through a super chat. He said, nostalgia aside, what is the gap between SGA and 01 Allen Iverson?
Substantial.
In favor of who?
SGA. It's not close.
SGA is substantially better.
It's not
than Allen
close.
Iverson. Substantially.
Yes.
What? Oh my God. AI? You can say AI?
Yeah.
What?
The answer. He gonna say that about the answer.
SGA is substantially better. And I would hope Allen Iverson would agree. But
I don't think Allen Iverson would agree.
I would hope.
Of course he
But maybe he wouldn't. I don't know. But SGA is substantially better.
Man, I think that's crazy. But
well, you realize if I told you SJ having a better scoring season than AI did in 2001, how would you feel about that?
Yeah, to me, how would I feel about it?
Jordan.
I mean, he is. I mean, statistically, he is 100%. I mean, but
and I'm not talking about just points per game either. I'm just talking about relative to the rest of the league, volume, efficiency, all that stuff.
Now, remember what we're talking about, Jordan. Now, Jordan, remember what we're talking about. We're talking about 2001 Allen Iverson. We ain't talking about Allen Iverson over the course of his career. We're talking about just that season. No. Comparative to what's going on right now with Allen Iverson. And
I'm saying SGA was more efficient for sure. But I also feel like the league was just totally different as far as like spacing and stuff like that as well. So
yeah,
I mean,
he is dealing with different spacing from his mid range. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, so I'm just like I would have. That's fine if you want to take it there. But if we come, like obviously it's something that's hypothetical. We can't put AI in this era to like advance it to say, you know what, AI would average 38 in this era if he had this spacing. But you kind of got to use your imagination. I don't know if it's a stretch to say he wouldn't average AI. I mean, I don't know if it wouldn't average 35.
Like a modern trained AI and modern spacing is definitely possible. Like it's possible.
Yeah, it's not that. It's
I mean,
possible.
yeah, you put him in a situation where
too.
he's still given that freedom. Yeah, maybe, possibly. SJ would still be better than that player, but sure.
I don't know if he would be better if AI get that same thing. Because to be honest with you, Philly had a team similar on the defensive end, kind of like the Thunder. Kinda. I'm not gonna say like Thunder. I'm saying kind of like the Thunder. But they weren't nearly the offensive players that Shai has with them. So for people to respect, somebody said,
I don't know. Aaron McKee, J-Dub. Who knows?
No.
Trash. But somebody said.
Can we be serious for a second, man? Come on, man. I was around when that was going on. Them two dudes ain't the same.
Look, somebody said AI don't make his teammates better. What player in the NBA made all of those guys better? That's what I want to know. Any of those guys.
AI
I think AI made his teammate. I think AI
he did. They got to the finals.
He had a job to do.
What player made all his players better during that time?
I'm saying what player on the 76ers team went to another team where somebody else made them better? I just want to know. How did they perform on another team? That's what I want to know, pretty much.
I mean, Mutombo was with Jason Kidd the next year, and he was in the championship.
He was in championship with Allen Iverson.
How much was Dikembe playing by that point?
Did he start that year?
I think AI made his teammates easier.
I think Keith Van Holm was in Dallas at that point.
On defense, they had to make up for him a lot. But on offense, I think he made their lives a lot easier. Like
a lot.
I think Allen Iverson is a better playmaker than Shai was. In terms of
I think he's an underrated playmaker too. I think he's an underrated.
Very underrated.
I think people just look at his shot selection because that's what he had to do for that team. But he's a very underrated playmaker.
Some of the shows
remember him passing.
Bad, but
that's what he wanted.
Make him shot.
I think that's where the separation
which is fine.
That right there is where the separation.
The trade-off with AI was worth it. Like, I'm not arguing against that. Like, I think AI had quite bad shot selection, but I think the value he provided with that shot selection still outweighed how bad the shot selection was. So I'm not holding that against him per se. And I think AI is the better playmaker. I think he is the better passer. But I still do think SJ is still the substantially better player. I mean, he's a better jump shooter. He's way better on defense. He's a better scorer. Like very, very clearly.
Better at the rim.
Relative to that era, I don't know if he actually was
no, bro. No, bet at the rim to Allen Iverson. Chill.
I don't think Allen Iverson has more rim pressure than others.
Shai's numbers at the rim might be like more efficient in terms of raw efficiency.
Man,
way more.
We talking about the 6-foot giant.
I feel like Allen Iverson's being disrespected right now.
Relative to I think Allen Iverson might.
Why is it disrespectful to think that Shai has more pressure at the basket?
I can recognize how good Allen Iverson was at the rim. I can respect Allen Iverson being great at the rim, but Allen Iverson getting downhill and finishing at the rim, relative to Swiper's point, relative to volume and percentages.
Chill, don't do this.
SGA gets to the rim, and he doesn't even play above the rim.
Why would he keep going over there?
And he doesn't even play above the rim.
Benefiting from a different kind of offensive play style from your big.
So if we're doing that,
a different style of basketball. You can't slam Shai.
So why are we comparing these guys then? If that's the case. Why?
No.
It's a completely different style of basketball. You got a bunch of bigs in the lane.
You cannot slam Shai Gilgeous-Alexander so he can go whenever he feel like it. Allen Iverson don't know that.
We don't know that. We don't know that.
We do know you can't slam him.
Okay, wait. First and foremost, we don't know that if you slam SGA to the floor, that he can't play through that kind of contact. We don't know that.
Okay,
we don't because he hasn't played. He hasn't had to play through that.
Shai's shooting about 77% from 0 to 3 feet, which is amazing. The league average nowadays is 69%. So he's about 8% above the league average. Allen Iverson in 2001 shot 68.5% at the rim, 0 to 3 feet, in a league where the league average was 61.9. So he's about +7. Then you factor in just like the size,
the physicality,
and the physicality and all of those things. And then you factor in that the year prior, I know we're not using 2000, like, because the question was 01 AI, but in 2000, Allen Iverson was finishing at 71% of the rim. So, like, I don't think it's that far off in terms of the ability to finish at the rim. Especially when you're factoring in like the difference in errors and stuff.
Yeah, we can all agree that AI faster than SGA too, right?
Yeah,
and I know that doesn't necessarily just mean you go get to the rim, but we know AI
more
gets to that rim.
And more athletic.
I'm just saying in this era, AI is in that paint and he's eating
and finishing. Kyrie Irving finishes.
His ball.
I don't know if he'd be more efficient at the rim in today's era than SGA is, but.
I don't know, Mars. I think he would just because of the fact that he wouldn't be like you had bigs back then saying, "All right, you make this layup."
It's tough to like get to that level of like 77%.
Kyrie short too, but
Kyrie doesn't touch 77%.
No, he don't. But he also not going like the ways that Shai and
he's not getting downhill at this point either.
Yeah, but I'm saying we seen bigs talk about how. They like, all right, a little guard like that can't keep coming in and they're gonna slam you. And somebody talking about they ain't slam him every time, damn near, bro. Like that's why the mid-range shot was so relevant in that era because you would get your ass slammed trying to go do all that crazy layup. No free layup.
It was just harder to get there because
of the spacing.
You got more people in the gap. Like it's just harder.
Absolutely.
I can definitely understand that, but like I just think the finishing isn't far off. I can understand.
I don't think it's far off. No, I don't think it's far off.
I can understand picking even one. I just don't think it's.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's far off. I'm just saying I'm picking Allen Iverson because of the free. Not one person's going to be able to stay in front of you. Surround Allen Iverson with shooters and you try it. He's going to have a field day on you. Plus, you surround him with a big as fast as he can get in that lane. And Allen Iverson had a hell of a jump stop, bro. Like as fast as he is to get in that lane and stop. Playmaking, that's why his playmaking was so good because he was able to stop and pop, stop and lay the ball up, stop and pass. He was able to do so much things off that stop. I don't know, Chill. I just think you underestimating how good Allen Iverson was.
No, I'm not. I'm not underestimating how good Allen Iverson is. Allen Iverson could dunk on. I've seen him dunk on Marcus Camby. I know how good Allen Iverson is at the rim.
Yeah, he wouldn't do that all the time.
I'm not saying that Allen Iverson wasn't great at the rim. I just think SGA, how shifty he was. SGA. His ability to get by people and get people on his hip. He can play with physicality.
Shifty. He got no crossover.
Oh my God, this shit is making me nuts. I can't handle this shit.
Yeah, let you finish, man. Damn.
Oh my God. I'm sorry, Ron. As you were saying, Ron. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, Chill. Go ahead.
No, you ruined it, Jordan. You ruined it.
No, go ahead. I'm just saying.
Because you wanted to say AI was shifty.
No, because he said as shifty as SGA is.
Damn,
Nah,
Jordan.
you ruined it, man. You ruined it.
As shifty as SGA is. We talking about as shifty as
You ruined it.
Chill.
So we got a shifty guy. So we got a shifty guy in Allen Iverson. Is that correct? And we got
correct.
That left to right crossover, which I thought should be illegal because that shit is dangerous. You could hurt somebody with that. But with that being said, right? With that being said, SGA bigger. I'm not saying nicer with the peel, but awesome with the peel. Able to get to spots, able to get to the rim, finish with both hands, both the weak hand and the strong hand at 6'5", 6'6", be able to finish in traffic as good as he was with both hands, and be able to play in the mid-range like he was, which was setting up getting to the rim. And to your point, when you're talking about that era where you had to play in the mid-range because the lane was clogged, SGA would be fantastic because he would stick that mid-range all night long. And then now you got to come out and you have to deal with him. And now he's going in there amongst the trees, which he's shown that he can finish amongst trees. So I'm not saying that there's a huge gap between him and Allen Iverson. I'm not saying that. But I'm thinking about a guy in SGA who can finish around the rim, bigger at 6'6", 6'5", 6'6", with both hands, and shifty as he was. I have to say that SGA, I think, is better.
All right. We got another $25 super chat from Jake Fashion. He has a question for you, Chill. He said, Chill, be honest with us. Do these NBA debates take years off your life?
Well, we're going to find out how long I live and how long I'm supposed to live. So,
I mean,
we'll find out.
Yeah,
they could be adding years onto your life.
They might. And to be honest with you, a lot of this stuff does add years to my life because you guys keep me young, yo. You do. You guys keep me young. You guys keep me sharp. Yes, y'all do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to say, Chill, you definitely had a really good run, man.
Yeah, it's 600.
Sure. Chill is on. He eats well. He's on good calories. He works out. Like he's taking care of his brain. Like he's in better shape.
Why are you saying Chill is grandpa? Chill is a young man. What are we talking about?
Thank you, Joy.
That's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say to you a minute ago, Morris. You said you were talking about in 15 years when I'm an old head. Mars, you ain't gonna be an old head in 15 years. You're gonna be my age. Mars, you're gonna be my age.
That's old. What are we talking about? That's old.
Mars is 10 years old right now.
I'm walking around at 31. Like that's old.
Mars, you know how young I feel, bro.
Bro, I feel young too, bro.
No, but I really feel so much better in my 30s
bro.
I feel so much better in my 30s than I did in my 20s. Like I feel like,
word up.
First of all, Chill is young, bro. Stop doing that to Chill like he got dementia and all that stuff. Bro, this man is young. This man get up before all y'all every day.
There's only one person up here that don't know what he's going to say before he opens his mouth, and it ain't Chill.
But also not lying.
Oh, wow.
He's not young.
I'm not a young man.
Crazy.
No, I'm not.
Bro, Chill, you are a young man, bro.
No, I'm not.
Chill, relative to somebody like 60, you young man.
Jordan is 28 years. Jordan, you're a young man. I'm not a young man. No.
Chill, how old are you? I bet you're younger than my dad.
I just turned 50. This on what's today? Today's Friday. On
Jordan, little bro.
I just turned 52.
You what? Come on, Chill. You younger than my dad. What are you talking about? Come on.
He older than my dad.
Mars, I
all right, y'all. Let's get into y'all. Let's get into it though.
Mm-hmm. Swiping, I ain't little bro either.
You little bro, pat you on the head when you do a good job.
That's
good job,
crazy.
Bro. Go ahead, Ron.
Crazy.
Pat you on the head when you do a good job is insane.
The Oklahoma City Thunder asserted their dominance in a blowout game against the Cleveland Cavaliers last night. Let's get into it. OKC beat Cleveland by a score of 134 to 114.
That's a crazy
that
blow.
Score.
It was not indicative of
it. Wasn't close. In case you didn't know, OKC only had to wait a week to get their revenge back on the Cavs for breaking OKC's 15-game winning streak. And the Thunder got their get back by breaking the Cavs' 6-game winning streak and also 6-game road winning streak. And also, the Cavs were unbeaten against the West. They had not lost against a Western Conference team, but that didn't stop OKC from ripping them limb from limb. SGA led the Thunder with 40 points and 8 assists in just 29 minutes, 3 quarters. Yep. Lou Dort all of a sudden turned into somebody that we didn't see coming. He had 22 points, including 6 threes, and was playing lockdown defense. The Cavs gave up 21 turnovers, and the Thunder had 30 easy points off turnovers. Fellas, talk to me about this game and about OKC leading by 42 points at one point in the game.
What do y'all think it is that makes their bigs so interchangeable? Like why doesn't take away from their overall defensive value?
No, you'll notice that the longer Isaiah Hart signs out, you'll notice that Jalen Williams is not it. But like I think the difference is just like the immense ball pressure and the activity of their perimeter guys is very rare that, and then the bigs also understand that when ball pressure is being applied, if you're a big body, you got a big frame, like it's harder to pass around you. So when they're blitzing and they're just putting immense pressure on guys, it makes it difficult. And then the shots at the rim just are harder to come by because they're swarming the ball. Like they are quite literally swarming the ball, and every catch is difficult. You can't bring the ball low, strip, all of those things. It makes it immensely difficult. You said SJ was the 4th or 5th best defender on the team. That's where you missed that conversation. Well, kind of a conversation. It got derailed to SJ Tatum. I called him the 7th best defender on the team. So we were a bit.
So Chet Hart. Let me guess. Chet Hart, Dub, Caruso, Kaysen, Lou.
How many was that? 6?
Yeah.
6.
Yes, there's 6.
Okay.
Yes. I want to ask, and this is mainly for Chill because he's the resident Donovan Mitchell guy up here. What's going on?
Mars,
I guess.
In the last 2 games against Oklahoma City, 6 for 31, something like that. 6 for 31. I think 8 turnovers. He is garbage.
Averages 9.5 points.
Averaging 9 points. Last night, he had an opportunity to get going early. He smoked a couple of layups, turned the basketball over early, and I don't think that it's just Donovan Mitchell, because what I would be doing is I'd be doing a disservice to Oklahoma City's defense. I think that Lou Dort crowds him at the long ball line. I think Lou Dort throws off his rhythm when he's dribbling the basketball, and Donovan Mitchell is a rhythm player, especially off the dribble as a jump shooter, and I think Lou Dort does that. He throws his rhythm off. You can be physical with Donovan Mitchell because Donovan Mitchell is one of those guys who's physical anyway, so that's not going to throw him off. No, what's going to throw his rhythm off is exactly what Lou Dort does, keeping his hands busy, getting him off the basketball, keeping the ball away from him, disrupting him around the rim. That's the stuff that throws Donovan Mitchell off, and forcing Donovan Mitchell, very much like Jayson Tatum, into bad shots because that completely screws him up. And on top of that, when they switch with not just Lou Dort, when they switch with Kaysen Wallace, when they switch with SGA, they crowd him and they make things really difficult on him. So I don't like that matchup with Oklahoma City and Donovan Mitchell at all.
When they play OKC, you have to take Donovan Mitchell off the basketball. Like Darius Garland has to have the ball. Donovan Mitchell has to play off the ball against OKC. He just can't handle. He can't handle Lou Dort. Last night I seen where Lou Dort was chasing him and Alex Caruso was in front of him, and he was just shook. Like he was running for his life. You know what I'm saying? Like you got it. Darius Garland has to have the ball. When they were started out the game and they were going to the rim, they were feeding Jared Allen. I thought it was going to be a long night for OKC. They went away from that very quick, and OKC took control of the game. When they want to play guard for guard, it's bad for them. When they let Evan Mobley and Jared Allen get to the rim and shoot good shots, then it's a different style of play. But they can't let them speed them up like that. When you let, we've been talking about this for a couple of weeks now. When you let OKC speed you up and fluster your perimeter players, you're gonna get your ass kicked.
And I think when you start playing basketball in front of OKC's defense, like when you let them set their feet, watch what you do, and they got a bird's eye view of what you're doing, you're in trouble. You can't allow them to isolate one side where they can plan their help and plan their attack, because you're gonna get in trouble. And that's what I've been saying every time I watch Oklahoma City play against anybody. I notice they get comfortable on defense and they get hungry on defense when y'all want to stop this half-court set and ISO one side, and now you got a bad position. The way to beat OKC, you have to move the ball a lot. You got to be able to move, counter. You can't just hold and think you're going to let your best players play one-on-one. Not going to let you do that. They're going to strategize on that.
They're not going to watch that.
And what are the Cavs' strengths? The Cavs' strength is their front court, right? With Evan Mobley and Jared Allen around the rim. I feel like that's their strength. What is Oklahoma City's strength? Oklahoma City's strength is you turning the ball over and them speeding the game up. What Cleveland did a terrible job in last night is taking care of the basketball and getting those bigs involved in the game. We can have games where you're not the focal point, And we could go to our strength, which is Evan Mobley, which is Jared Allen, which is just in the paint, being more dominant in the paint. They couldn't do that. It's not so much that they didn't do that, Ox, because we watched the game. It's not so much that they didn't do that. They couldn't do it because of the disruption on the wing, because of the switching, because of the rotation, because of the communication. And then on top of that,
I disagree with that.
Once they got them turnovers, they started to speed the game up. Once they got them turnovers, they started to speed the game up. And it's like football. I've always felt like games like that are like football. When you run the football, next thing you know, you down a touchdown, you down 2 touchdowns. What do you have to do? Now you got to start throwing the ball. And when you start throwing the ball, what are you more prone to? You're more prone to making mistakes. Once they speeded those guys up and they got turnovers and they sped the game up, Cleveland started making even more mistakes. They went away from what we were talking about last night, and then they started making more mistakes. Ox, 21 points off turnovers? We're not going to be anybody doing that.
But Chill, you said you don't think they could do that. When they were going to it, it was working. Even I think it was even in the third quarter, they start getting there again and then went away from it again when Coach Atkinson put Dean Wade at the big man. They put out a lineup of a bunch of shooters and stuff. When they were going to, that's the thing with OKC. It's called controlled chaos. It's called controlled chaos. And when you move your hands a lot, you get to yelling and we here, it makes you think that you can't do it. When you slow down and do it, when Darius Garland gets to the rim and Darius Garland dumps it down to Jared Allen, they run that high-low with Jared Allen and Evan Mobley. You can run your stuff if you do it. If you put Evan Mobley at the nail, there's nothing they can do as far as you get Evan Mobley the ball, he over the top, or he just rips and goes on J-Dub. It's not that they can't do it; it's that they went away from it. They let Donovan Mitchell miss 4 straight field goals, speeding it up, getting chased around by Lou Dort. They played right into their hand. When they didn't do that, they looked better. When you're down 20, you don't have to start chucking threes. You can still go to the rim. You can still draw fouls. You can still get and ones. You can do that. You don't have to play their game. They should have never went down 20 because they should have never sped up and let those turnovers start happening. But when you're already in that situation, it doesn't mean, okay, now we got to shoot with them. If you don't got open looks at the 3, you don't have to do that. You can still get downhill, make stops, and chip away out the lead. You don't have to hit home runs when there's 20 minutes left of basketball to play.
100%, Ox. But what you're asking is for composure. That's what you're asking for more than anything. And
100%.
In the words of Mike Tyson, everybody got a plan until they get punched in the face. So that stuff goes out the window. And that's kind of what happened last night. I feel like they got punched in the face. They had a plan and it was working. Once they got punched in the face, now they find themselves scrambling. Now Darius Garland, who should have been the primary ball handler for the entire night, he should have been the primary ball handler for the entire night. Now he's scrambling because we got avenues and we got lanes and we got spaces that are cut off. And now he's got to get off the ball because we don't want him dribbling the ball all night. Evan Mobley is ripping through and getting to the rim, but he can't finish. Why? Because we're sped up. And that's exactly what Oklahoma City has done, a.k.a. punched them in the face. And now we're scrambling.
I mean, but like beyond that too, if you get punched in the face from like Hartenstein too, like I just think that entire game encompassed why OKC is so dangerous because their defense is their high point. If they're hitting threes, you can't beat them. Like,
well, if you get punched in the face and you can't fight no more, then you're not the champ. So I take that back what I said about Cleveland Clippers. If Cleveland can't,
wait, no way.
If Cleveland, I'm just saying.
Off that one game, you gonna take it back?
No, not off that one game. What I'm saying is, if what Chill just said about Cleveland is true, if what Chill just said about what Mike Tyson said, if that goes for the Cleveland Cavaliers, then they are not a championship level team. If you can't maintain your composure because the team is rah moving their hands, running around fast, then you're not a championship level basketball team.
I get your point. If you can't deal with adversity in the moment, yeah, you're probably not ready.
Ox, don't you think they did it last week?
I think they did much better last week. Yeah, I do.
Do you think?
I also think like Caruso makes a huge difference.
Huge difference.
Like the offense hasn't been there for him this year, but defensively he makes a huge difference for them in terms of the activity. And stuff.
He made some big shots last night.
They also had a lot of shooting luck on their side last night, by the way.
Yeah, they're not as good of a shooting team as last night suggests. Like if they Gifted said, if they shoot like that, they're going to.
If they shoot like that with their defense, they're going to beat you.
Yeah, they're going to destroy everyone. Like
yeah,
that's ridiculous. But
They had a 134 half-court offensive rating yesterday, just for context.
I think
OKC.
OKC have the highest floor in the NBA. That's
they're correct. But again, Mars, I have said that multiple times. So so chill to answer your question. They had a 134 half-court.
134 half-court.
Which is ridiculous. That's like I haven't seen that number all year. I haven't seen the number all year. So they again, shooting luck. That's like a plus in terms of like a good half-court offensive rating. It's like a 98. So just for context,
several points above that. Yeah.
Their defense, and I said this, their defense is the strongest engine of any team engine in the NBA this year.
And that's without Chet playing right now.
And that's without Isaiah Hartenstein playing last night.
Yeah, without Hartenstein last night too.
So just imagine if there is a scenario you get in the playoffs and you have Chet and Hart on the court.
We're yet to see the Chet Hartenstein double big lineup.
We haven't seen that yet.
And they are 34-6 with statistically the best regular season defense of all time. Mm-hmm. And we haven't.
They might be better off without it.
With their two most dangerous bigs on the floor at the same time.
SGA, Lou Dort, J Dub, Hart, Chet, or Caruso for Dort. And yeah, it's gonna be a nightmare.
Yeah,
I have a question. I have a question for Chill though. Chill, you said that you think Cleveland best deal for them is their front court, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think
in that game. In that game.
Because I was about to say, I think the best thing that Cleveland does, the reason what makes Cleveland so good, is the way they move the ball. And I think when you kind of get them to playing one-on-one, I think that's not their strength. And I think that's why you see games like Donovan Mitchell had where he just shoot bad or where he just shoot terrible. It's just not their strength when the ball sticks. And you definitely not going to be able to do that against OKC. Definitely not.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. You can finish.
No, go ahead. I'm done. Go ahead.
Do you think the issue, not issue, because Donovan Mitchell is elite, but do you think there's a concern with Donovan Mitchell that he doesn't have the same level of in-between game that guys like Shai?
Yes, that's why I don't think he.
Absolutely.
That's why I don't think he's the superstar that the Cavaliers think he is. Because when the playoffs come, yeah, you're gonna have to move the ball, but it's gonna be times where you gotta make tough shots. He don't even have that.
Donovan showed us in the playoffs. He turned.
But Donovan, and this is not a knock on him, but Donovan typically does it with pull-up threes. When Donovan can pull up threes in the playoffs, he becomes unstoppable. Like that Boston series last year, he was shooting like 10 threes a game. He was shooting like 50% in that series. And the last 3 games of the Orlando series, he was shooting like 10 threes a game, and he was getting to the rim, and it was great. The in-between game is where Donovan's never really had.
Yep.
Like, that's just
that's what I'm saying.
And I think that might be a concern for the Cavs and himself.
Is it consistency? Is it my question?
Not even consistency. He don't do it.
He can. Well, no, that's not true because he can.
He doesn't do it often. I think he has a lower release point, which is weird. So like, just in terms of getting it off consistently, that's why he relies on step backs a lot more. And he's smaller,
by the way, Mark.
Yeah, and he's smaller. So like, all of that culminates into like he's just not the best of mid-range players. Whereas like, I think, and I'm not saying I'm not doing a Devin Booker, Donovan Mitchell debate right now, but I think that's what like is different about Devin Booker. Like he has that mid-range game or that post game you can go to in the half court that does add an extra layer. I think
even when he's struggling,
yeah. So like, there's just something that's a bit more reliable. Whereas I think Donovan Mitchell's a bit more volatile. Where if he has it going, he can win you series because he's going to shoot 40% from three. He's going to get to the rim. He's going to finish. He's going to get to the line. He has the analytical like game, like the analytics.
Great tough shot making, all that.
Free throws, rims, pull up threes, catch and shoot threes. He has the analytical profile. But in terms of like the half court game, when things slow down, when teams take away what you want more, especially against these elite defenses, I think that's where there's more concern. Not that he can't do it, because if he's making pull up threes, like I said, he's unstoppable. But I just think there's a bit more volatility to it, which is something I would keep an eye on if I was the Cavs or just watching the Cavs in general.
Yo, so y'all already know what time it is. It's the top of the second hour of the show. Make sure, or top of the third hour of the show, make sure you like the video if you haven't. Subscribe to Player's Choice. Continue to send through these super chats. We about to get to them here in a second. And also, too, if you're not a Hall of Famer, I don't know what you're doing, but shout out to Tracy Steele. Shout out to Kendall Daniels. Shout out to Multi Kinney. And shout out to Cobra's son of Raditz. I do want to talk about some things that the coaches said last night after the game. So the first one is Mark Daigneault. He has something to say about an unsung hero last night. We've spoke about him a few times throughout this episode, but I want to give Lou Dort his flowers because he has just improved tremendously, shooting 41% from three, obviously providing tremendous defensive value. But this is what Coach Mark had to say about Lou Dort. He said, Lou Dort is a monster. Every night he takes those matchups. in terms of just what he brings on the defensive end. I could
Oh,
play
that was the whole quote?
Well, I could play the whole video, but essentially
no, because you read it like there was a pause and there was more.
I definitely thought there was going to be more coming.
Yeah, but Ludo, I think, has led the league in matchup difficulty like the last 3 seasons. Like in terms of like the assignments he's taken, they are the hardest assignments in the NBA. He's one of the best, if not the best, on-ball defenders. One thing that still amazes me is like defensive reputation and the fact that because Ludo is got the reputation of an elite on-ball defender, he's allowed to get away with fouling way more than other people are. But like, if you get away with it, good on you. Like, I'm not going to be like, well, you're not playing good defense because the refs ain't calling. Like, if the refs going to allow you to do it, then go ahead and do it. And him becoming a more reliable three-point shooter is great. My concern is the moment you make him put the ball on the ground and make him go inside the three-point line, he's still terrible. So, like, there are still concerns offensively about the OKC role players, which I think are going to rear their head in the playoffs. I don't know if you guys know this, but last year in the playoffs, Lou Dort shot 39% on two-pointers. No, he shot, my fault, 29% on two-pointers, 39% at the rim.
Oh, at the rim.
Yeah.
Okay.
So 29% on two-pointers in the playoffs.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
So there's just a major concern with the OKC role players in general, in particular Lou Dort, about what do you do when teams start running him off the line and making him make decisions inside the three-point line, which is, I'm not saying he's going to become unplayable because you need that point of attack defense, but that's the concern I have with Lou Dort. But in terms of on-ball point of attack defender, I don't think there's many in the league better than him.
I mean, that's why Chet to me is so critical for them.
Yeah.
Because like the offensive punch that we're hoping Chet can add in terms of being able to take advantage of overall mismatches can, you know, slightly improve their offense to a point where, okay, even if two of our role players like Dort are not performing well offensively, we have enough still.
Well, and then too, shout out Matt Moore, one of my colleagues. You know, he wrote a that I disagreed with functionally. Wrote a DPOY argument for SGA, right? Like because but the reason why he did it to his credit is he was saying SGA faces the most switches amongst the OKC. Like he gets the most ISO matchups, preferred ISO matchups.
Yes,
among any of their rotation.
So he gets hunted the most as well.
Yes,
right.
But relative to the rest of the league, he's also outperforming in those isolation matchups more than anybody else.
That was the next question.
But functionally, the reason I disagree with him though is because there's a reason why. Because Lou Dort doesn't get as many, but Lou Dort's number is almost just as low, and he's facing the primary matchups more often than not. But I still think their best defender, like I still think it's Lou. I think Hart. I think Isaiah Hartenstein, because he's walked into the situation. People are sleeping on just how good he's been this year. They got a 99 defensive rating with him on the court this year, which he's played like 23 games now? 22 games. They've lost one of those games. Two. Which one? Which one did they lose?
You know,
they lost to Houston, and they lost to.
Well, they lost to the Bucks.
They lost the in-season tournament final. Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That one doesn't count, but they lost to the Bucks.
No, it doesn't count, Ron.
We saw it.
It
counts. He lost.
So I think the thing about Lou that makes it, and this is why the OKC thing for me is so important. And I genuinely meant this. You know, people on Twitter are trolls, obviously. I think the only teams that I can see them in the Western Conference giving them actual issues are going to be Denver and the Mavs. Because I don't think anybody can create the offensive mismatches consistently enough versus OKC.
They also lost to Cleveland just last week. Sorry.
So that's two.
Yeah. Houston and Cleveland are the two regular season games.
So 2/01. I got you. But I think OKC is like they're
one of the mismatches that Denver brings.
I think that the issue with Denver is they have so many different ways they beat you because they're not a traditional offense. They're a completely inverted offense. And they attack the rim almost more than anybody else in the league. They lead the league in paint points. I want to say versus OKC last game, I don't know if they had 70 paint points versus OKC with Chet on the court. But I want to say it was in the 60s. Maybe, and I could be getting, I can't remember the exact number, so please don't quote me. But I think the Nuggets have scored 70 points in the paint 7 times this year, and 65 or more. I want to say 9 or 10 times this year. And this is versus Cleveland, versus I think OKC. This is versus like their ability to be able to get you into situations you don't want to be in for high quality looks. I think they do that better than anybody else in the league, obviously with Joker on the court. But I also think they're actually a really efficient three-point shooting team. The Nuggets are third in three-point attempts or in three-point percentage this year. They just don't take a lot, but they're timely 3-point shots. So I just think you're going to have to be able to do multiple things versus OKC to beat them. That's why I think the Mavericks are one of those teams. The Mavericks,
because like their offense gives them a really good,
right.
You know what I'm saying? Right.
Luka, Kyrie, PJ, but they just have
62 points at the rim in that last matchup.
But that's what you,
but I think the Mavericks is going. I think the Mavericks missing their stars is going to hurt them.
Mars, think about that. Think about that. The Nuggets are able to attack everybody, and even OKC. And I think Chad obviously is a better rim protector than Isaiah is and all that stuff. But I just think you're going to have to penetrate their defense. Now, Russ has a lot to do with that. Lot to do with that. Sure. So he's going to have like a high quality playmaking series, not necessarily scoring series, I think. But there's going to have to be several levels you attack them. And then Joker obviously is going to have like, best player in the world moments in that series.
Oh, with that being said,
I'm worried about the ball pressure and guys dealing with that on your roster.
The thing is, would you say, Mars, they have the least amount of responsibility for ball handlers because of how much Jokic touches the ball?
Yeah, but you got to get the ball up the court. Like last year against the Wolves, you guys struggled with that, and then you went to Aaron Gordon bringing it up.
Right. But Murray was also hurt. And I think that it all depends on Murray's healthy. If he's not healthy, then it's cooked. It's just not happening.
Okay. Right.
But I think that's where Russ comes in. Russ has to make good decisions with the ball. That's going to be the only question. But he's done that. I'm saying, but Mars, to his credit, though, he has done that a lot this year. But
when he gets in, he turned it over like 7 times in the first.
That's what I mean. And that's why I'm saying you can't do that. But he's only really done that maybe 2 or 3 times this year. So, and he had 4 in the first quarter and then 2 more forced turnovers in the first quarter. That's entirely too much. But I think they have Murray. They're going to have Russ, obviously Jokic, Aaron Gordon. And look, I'm not going to hold y'all. I don't know what's on the bet on the side with Nuggets, but they're probably going to get another ball handler or whatever, blah, blah, blah. But I just think, man, like with Jokic and the inverted offense and running the pick and roll, running the DHO, creating the space as a screener, they're going to have a lot of different options, but they're going to have to score at a high level too. Like,
how do you see Denver navigating the double big lineups that OKC can throw them? Because they haven't seen that. They haven't seen that.
So a lot of that's going to come down to lineups,
and then Chet roaming with off Aaron.
Yeah, a lot of that's going to come down to some of those lineups. I think you're going to see a heavier dose versus them.
And we're speeding up Russ too. Don't leave that part out, Mars. And we're going to speed Russ up too. You know how Russ is.
Russ wants to be sped up. Yeah, Russ wants to be sped up
against OKC.
No, Russ is naturally sped up. But now, if
Ron, you know how many turnovers Russ will have in the OKC series?
Russ will finish it over a lot. He will.
All right, I'm thinking at least 35.
That's being fair.
I do want to be fair. Again, I'm saying that's why
I'm thinking at least 35 turnovers in the OKC series.
Russ played well versus OKC this year. Michael Porter Jr. played well versus OKC this year. So again, it's completely determined on Murray, Porter doing their jobs. That's 100%. So I'm not even.
That's fair.
I'm not putting like it has to happen. But then on top of that, Joker shot making has to like be like normalized shot making. Like that's the thing, normalized shot making.
But that's why I really want to see the Chet and the Hardenstein double big lineup though, because we haven't seen it yet.
He's about a 61% true shooting player in the playoffs, and he probably has been the best. I mean, I don't know whoever the best playoff shot maker there in the league in the last 4 years or so. So he's gonna have to be himself. Is what I'm saying, Jordan. That's what I mean.
Okay.
I want to get back to what Mark was talking about with I'm sorry, with you were talking about Swiper with SGA basically getting hunted. So I mean, what does that say about SGA in terms of him being a defender, right? Because okay, sure, Mars, we got dogs out here. Right, we got Case and Wallace.
He's the worst defender.
Yeah. Also, he's their best offensive player. So try and tire him out.
Yeah, exactly. That's the whole goal.
Yeah, and it's clearly not working. It's clearly not working.
No, but the thing is, SGA's been on a heater. So again, I tracked this in the last 21 games. 21 games. He scored under 50% on 21 shots a game. Last 21 games, less than 50% from the field in just 7 games. On 21.4 shots a game.
2/3 of the time he's above 50%.
Yeah,
that's
crazy. It's not trying to tire him out. It's more so trying to get him in foul trouble, and the fact that he's on a team with a bunch of really good defenders. And although he is a good defender, he's the worst one. He's a world-class athlete. You're not going to tire him out. And just because he's not guarding the ball doesn't mean he's not working on defense. So it's not let's try to tire out this world-class athlete.
Just put him in action.
Let's see if we can get him 3 fouls in the first half. You know what I'm saying? Let's see if we can do that. And on top of that, I don't want to ISO a Lou Dort. I'm trying to pick on you.
Yeah. I don't think anyone wants to ISO Lou Dort. Also, like, I mean,
Lou Dort's strong
An
as hell.
ISO against OKC isn't like necessarily an ISO. Like they're playing like
because they're gonna double you. They're gonna double you.
Heavy in the gaps. Like you're not really able to get middle, but you're also not able to get baseline. They have. If you go too deep in the corner, they've got schemes in place for their double teams. Like it's not really an isolation. Like
the longer you hold the ball, the more you're in trouble.
Do you think they'll have a chill? Do you think they'll have a better half-court playoff defensive lineup than it was Rudy, Nikhil, Ant, Jaden, and who was the fourth one? When
Nas Reed.
No, not Nas. I wouldn't say Nas. I would say
that's what it was last year when they were the most effective.
Yeah, I'm trying to think like
Kyle Anderson.
Maybe Kyle, but I'm trying to think. They
best defender, so.
They would put Jaden if they had Jaden at the 4 or whatever. Let's just say whatever that four man. Do you think they'll have a better half-court defense than the Wolves did last year?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm watching them, and I'd like to think that I know what a matchup zone looked like, but I can tell you right now, I was confused at what they were doing defensively because they looked like they were in a matchup zone, but it looked like it was like 7 of them out there, and they were all over the place. I'm like, all right, do I put Evan Mobley in the middle of this? But then Cason Wallace shoots the gap, and he's standing right next to Evan Mobley, so I'm like, okay, they're in the zone. But then Cason Wallace shoots over to Ty Jerome, and everybody's guarding somebody. And I'm thinking, okay, what exactly is it that they're doing? Is this a matchup zone? Is this man-to-man? Is this man-to-man condensed? Is this a zone spread out? I was confused. I was.
Yeah, their shell defense is amazing. Like they overload the strong side, but they also like are in every passing lane. Like I'm gonna bring it back to 2K because anyone who's played 2K knows about these lanes.
Yeah,
like. They're in every single lane. So, like, they're overloading the ball side. So, you're basically playing like a 5-on-3, like 5 in their favor versus 3 offensive players on the strong side. But they're also like, you don't have passing lanes to like get to swing to the second side. And then if you do get it over to the second side, like they all just rotate in unison. It's like, whatever. Okay, we're just not meant to score in this possession.
But they're not even that big, though. That's the thing. Like, that's what's so frustrating about it. They're not even that big. Chill. They don't have like SGA is tall. He's long. Kaysen isn't huge. Dort isn't huge.
They're small.
J-Dub's not huge.
Like say it not that big.
That's why I'm saying though, when you add the factor of having Chet and Hardenstein in a double big, I just want to see what that looks like for them because they never really had that size at those both 4 and 5. Like I just want to see how that looks because that's going to make a big difference for them in some type of way.
They're big on the perimeter though, Ron. Yeah. And to your point, Gifted, like I've been kind of saying this. I'm trying to figure out how to say it without saying it. But I don't think their defense is going to look as good if they have both of them dudes out there.
No, I get why you would say that.
I think it's matchup dependent. I don't think it's like, we run Chet and Hartenstein 20 minutes against everyone. Yeah, but you go against the Denver Nuggets with Jokic. Now we don't need to just exhaust Chet trying to guard Jokic in the post, knowing he just won't get put under the rim. We now have Hartenstein, we can have Chet as a roamer. Or we go up against certain teams where they're trying to get to the rim. We now have 2 rim protectors there. J-Dub's also an elite rim protector for a wing. We now have him at the 3, providing extra rim protection. Like I think it'll be a matchup dependent thing that you could. It's just something extra to have in your back pocket, not something that you have to go to. But it's like we have the best perimeter defense, we have the best rim defense, but we can also just go double big if we want. Like it's just like added flexibility.
That too, but like the other thing that like I like with it too is now in the non-Chet minutes you can have Hardenstein in the iHeart minutes. Like now they have even more lineup overall flexibility. Exactly, and that's really dangerous when you add that. I feel like
who's the worst defensive player in the
right quick, y'all. I'm about to play this clip from Kenny Atkinson. I told y'all it was 2 quotes from coaches. Mark Daigneault obviously said what he said about Lou Dort, but Chill, it's ironic that you said that it looked like they had 7 defenders out there because Kenny Atkinson said it seemed like they had 7 pit bulls out there. But this is what he said.
Pit bulls out there, not 5, 7, and they were clawing and scratching and reaching and in a good sense, right? Like they were just their speed and athleticism. I think small is not doing them justice because they're long and they're fast and they're athletic. And to me, the modern NBA is speed and length. Felt like 7 pit bulls out there.
Which it is.
They're big on that perimeter, yo.
Yeah, he's right.
Y'all said I don't look at
you don't need to be 7'3". If you can cover grounds, then you fine. That's what it is. That the court is so spaced out. If you can cover all bases.
Yeah, and I'm saying, Ox, if you go through their lineup, like SGA 6'5.5", Dort 6'3", Caruso 6'3.5", and then J-Dub's like 6'5.5", 6'6". So I'm saying, like, it's not like they're a traditional NBA big, but I think to your point, I think they're just long as crap.
Right.
Like,
and I always say that. Your height has nothing to do with anything. Right. It's your arm. Your arms. How far your fingertips can go is way more important than how tall your head, how high your head can go.
That's why.
So when you look at these dudes, I don't consider OKC a small team because most of their defensive pressure comes from the perimeter anyway. And so they're big. They're so big on the wings that I don't consider them small. You know, and on top of that, they're so physical when you're coming to when they're coming to the paint, and when you don't got the ball, they're bumping cutters. They're hitting you.
Got to start off aggressive, Ox. You have to start off aggressive.
You have to start your dominance on these dudes from the beginning. You have to get to the nail, get to the middle of the floor, and you got to be okay getting hit. Basketball is a contact sport. You don't got time to get hit and be on the ground. Oh, ref, you hit me. You got to hit back.
That's the problem Boston had against OKC. They didn't reach the physicality.
I don't think Boston's physical this year. Respectfully, I really don't. I don't think they're a physical team.
There's a lot of things I don't like about Boston, but I'm not going to
Also, I think like when you guard in Oklahoma City Thunder, like I think you need a game plan like how they have a game plan. Like I feel like you just can't allow their players to do what they not allowing you to do. And I think which is play one-on-one and I'm not saying that Oklahoma City don't move the ball well because they do, but I don't want to see Shai go get 40. I don't want it.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't think it's up to you.
That's what Dallas did, though.
That's what I was gifted. Dallas made SGA shoot those mid-range shots the entire game. That, by the way, the fourth quarter came, their shooters were completely cold, so they just couldn't make anything. And that's probably what I'm gonna do. Honestly,
okay, swipe out. I'm not disagreeing
of a shade. I think that's more so like they just couldn't hit shit for the entire game.
No, I know that's what I'm saying. Like, I would much rather go ahead.
I don't disagree with you on that, Swiper. I'm just saying it can't be both. You can't let Shai go crazy.
That's fair.
It cannot be both. That's all I'm saying. Like, I think
weak side, you better get your back.
To
the corner. Don't you be out here running and leaping, and then they're driving, and now it's a oop or it's a kick out, and it's a wide open.
It just can't be both. We need to simplify. We need to.
Yeah.
I call it when I'm coaching. I call this, and I tell my team is know how we can lose the game. And if you can go in the game knowing how you can lose the game, you have a better game plan rather than you just got too many holes in the boat and you don't know where to stop it at. So
that's why for like the full 48 minutes, though, like that's why I'm saying in the playoff series for sure, like you're gonna see the impact of having like for all 48 minutes. If I know that OKC has Chet or Hart or both, that defensive level is gonna be higher than what we've seen in the regular season. Is my point.
I think so too, but I'm just saying I just feel like you can't allow the Thunder to do both. Shai can't get 40 and J-Dub can't get 30, and then the rest of the guys can't get 20, 15. We can't do that.
Lou Dort gives you 5-6 threes, you're probably going to lose the game.
You're losing the game 100%.
Yeah.
What you will see, Mark?
If they lose in the playoffs this year, I can assure you it won't be because their defense wasn't good enough.
It won't be because of that.
Yeah.
Oh, no. I think
it'll be because they can't hit shots.
Well, Mars, if you to Swiper's point, and I asked that question kind of sarcastic, kind of bullet jiving a little bit. But if the guards of the Nuggets can maintain composure, I don't think OKC beats Denver because if they maintain composure and you get Jokic in that nail with the ball anywhere, you got Aaron Gordon. Now, mind you, I understand.
I think Denver need to do something at the trade deadline.
I don't know if they can. I don't know if OKC can compete with that. Now, like I said a minute ago, I did say that I don't consider them a small team, but against a team like Denver, if you can't ruffle their feathers on the perimeter, then you turn into a small team.
They are. I can appreciate you.
Gio, the thing about Jamal though is it's never about who's in front of him. It's never been in a playoff. It's never been about who's in front of him. It's always come down to is he right. And is he locked in his brain?
I agree.
Because Caruso and KCP got tortured by Jamal in the bubble. Like he tortured the Heat at times. He tortured the Wolves last year in 3 of those games. The issue is he has to be in the right place mentally and be playing smart basketball and to play his game game. He is going to make shots over anybody. But to Ox's point, when he gets in trouble, it's when he starts doing too much. And then he like loses track of what he's supposed to be doing. And then now he's all over the place. But if he's playing 2-man game with Joker, he's getting one-on-one. He's going to put people in the post. He's going to come and drive down that nail. He's going to get his middies. Again, y'all, people got to remember, Jamal Murray is a damn near, when he's regular, a 49% mid-range shooter, a 42% three-point shooter, and he does this rather consistently.
When is regular, though? Like you can't. Nobody gets that. Nobody. We don't ever say for somebody when you're regular, you're amazing.
Well, I'm saying, well, Ron, that's why I'm communicating the way I am about Jamal. It all comes down to Jamal.
I'm saying, what is him being regular? That's what I'm asking.
When he's healthy,
22
regular season itself is just regular. His regular
anywhere if we get in the playoffs, like you don't need 35 to 40 out of him. You don't need 30 to 35 out of Jamal Murray. If you can get, if you can get, and you don't have to do that with him. No.
It just depends on the game.
With this roster, I think you do.
Now, what's the difference between this roster?
They haven't had that all year, and they just need him to be a 20.
Right, and here they come.
I think Denver need to make a move.
To beat OKC, they're gonna need Jamal to play well.
Denver need to do something.
What's well gifted?
Their bench isn't good enough.
Because I don't think they need 35 out of him.
I don't think if Jamal is. I don't think if Jamal is averaging 22 in the series, they're going to beat those higher level teams. I don't.
Well, that doesn't make sense. No, wait, what gifted? To be clear, it depends on if he's playing efficient. If he's shooting 39% from the field, then no. Then they're probably
right.
No.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. But if he's 6 for 20 in games and he's ended up with 20 points, no, they're not.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
No.
Well, no, he's saying that. But he's just regular season Jamal Murray, so whatever his percentages are.
Yeah, so if he's averaging 21.5, 6.5 assists, he's shooting 47, 42, 90, and that's what your second option is with the way they play, then yeah, they're probably going to beat everybody. But that's the issue. Is Jamal is the biggest, but that's why the Nuggets are. This is what I'm saying.
The optimism is a Denver fan.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
The Nuggets this year and going back to last year, I want to say their record is they have an 87% win percentage, I believe, or I think the exact number. When Jamal Murray scores 20 or more points, like they just have to have a floor. And then they can work around that. The issue is, but when Jamal Murray has these pop games, that's when they become unstoppable. But when he's below his floor, that's when they're very beatable. Like you can
say that about any team, though, Swiper. You can say that
about any team.
I don't know what other guards have what floor is Jamal though.
If J-Dub reaches his floor consistently, OKC is going to be hard to beat.
But I mean, we just were having a conversation not too long ago, and I don't mean this season, but it wasn't too long ago that we were having a conversation about Jamal Murray being one of the 5 to 10 best tough shot makers in the game. So Jamal Murray can play through physicality. That's one. We already know that with Joker can be physical as this Oklahoma City team can be. Joker can be physical also. I mean, Joker, for all intents and purposes, he kind of wants to play like that, but he wants to play off of he wants everybody else to play off of him. He doesn't just want to be a guy that's just scoring buckets, but he also can be physical because AD was physical with him. Rudy was physical with him. And DeAndre Ayton tried to be physical with him. That just didn't work. That just didn't work because he just roughed DeAndre Ayton. Yeah, he just roughed DeAndre Ayton up. So he can both of the. I feel like these guys can all play through physicality, which is a lot of what Oklahoma City brings in terms of them creating turnovers. So I don't think that's going to be an issue. The issue is going to be, can Denver take care of the basketball? Not just Denver. Any team that you play against, any team that plays against Oklahoma City, the key, you got to take care of the basketball with them. You have to.
I'm not gonna lie to you. If Luka get them in the second round again, and Luka has one of his series, yeah, it might just it could literally just come down to that. Like if Luka has a series,
I mean they blitzed the hell out of Luka when they
blitzed the shit out of him, bro.
I don't know. And that's not a knock on Luka. I just don't know if it's possible for Luka to be Luka if they're gonna blitz him every time he come to the court.
I mean, Luka's health is a part of it.
Force someone else to do something.
I feel like, but you do need to see Luka play at a higher level versus their defense. They just have a very good defense for pretty much every star in the West. More than not.
All right, y'all. Why wouldn't you blitz Luka every time? I'm talking about every single time.
Yeah, get the ball out of his hands.
Not blitz him.
Because it's the secondary.
He can make every read out the blitz.
Yeah, that's the issue, bro. It's the secondary passing.
That's fine. That's fine with me. I want.
And then it's like, I think
we're living with
that. They don't. Klay Thompson is.
Can Kyrie have a good series?
He's still washed. I mean, they blitzed the hell out of Kyrie in that series.
He didn't.
No, I'm saying no. I agree, but Luke. Luka didn't have a good series versus OKC relative to what I think he could have had. Like I'm saying, like his floor was lower.
Great playmaking series, but not a great
right. Scoring was just whatever. But that's what I'm saying. Now PJ Washington. Now maybe that's what it is. Is PJ's just sitting right, just right here, pocket pass.
Yep.
23 points a game. Like
Boss, why your face like that? That was the game plan. You're gonna have to beat us.
That's
and
why
he did.
Okay, but wait. Okay, listen. I understand, Chill, right? I understand, Chill, that that's the game plan. That was a dumb game plan. And I'll say this because
no, it wasn't. He just started making shots.
Okay, no. I feel like they should have done what Boston did, where okay, we're gonna make you shoot above the break threes. To consistently give up the same corner three for the entire series was not great to me.
Shooting 23% on corner threes. They went with the statistically safe shot. Where is he worse?
I think the other statistically safe shot would be pull up above the break threes. Shoot those. Fine.
You're not going to make PJ Washington shoot a pull up three. He would just never do that. But PJ Washington was statistically shooting better from above the break substantially than he was from the corners. And I know OKC's scouting department and their film people analyzed that and was like, okay, 23% from the corners, 34% from above the break. Okay, corner threes. They knew what they were doing.
And you'd rather do that.
68% from the corners.
I mean, you can't win like that.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie to you.
That's not a game plan, so PJ Washington just broke the game plan.
Yeah, bro. I believe that Luka. I believe that the Mavs can win that series. But
PJ Washington was his regular self. They win that series easy. PJ Washington won Dallas that series with his play, and he deserves credit for that. But I'm not
I do think the other part of that series that
did what it was meant to do.
I think the other part of that series that people also want to see is like if J-Dub is going to be a more consistent offensive player, because if he's not that, then that does lower their floor offensively.
I don't know if he's ready for that yet, but I think that's perfectly fine. Like, too.
I think that's where he's the difference in them winning and losing.
I agree. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
All right, y'all. We got these super chats to get into. Salute to everybody that has sent through a super chat. We will address every last one of them, but we are going to start with the people who paid the most to talk to us. So let's start with Hunter.
W capitalism?
Something like that. Hunter said, in my opinion, Dallas, Denver, and Cleveland are the only teams I could see beating OKC in a playoff series. Who do y'all think has the best / is the worst matchup for them?
I think Dallas has the best chance. I also think Boston have a chance, but those are the only four teams. Those are the only four teams I think.
I think the thing about Boston, Chill, if Boston can shoot well, then obviously that's going to be their formula. They're not going to create a lot of rim pressure in that series just because they just won't. But if they can convert their 3-pointers, then 100%.
Well, that's what they do. They're going to make you outshoot them. That's the plan.
Yeah, but that's going to be kind of tough when we're switching 1 through 5. Like,
yeah, but that's what Porzingis is for, to break the game. Boston aren't doing anything if Jaylen Brown isn't bad. Like,
that's a fact.
He's been bad to this season. Like, I don't know the reason.
He's still just drunk off his
Jaylen Brown has had a bad season relative to his.
You get a Finals MVP when you weren't expecting to get one. You know, certain things happen.
I think there's a good group of Boston players that are not playing to their level this season.
Yeah, I think Drew's having a great season. I think Derek White's hasn't been great for the last couple of weeks. Jaylen Brown has not been good in my opinion at all. Porzingis has been in and out.
I just don't know if it's like
a regular season slump, but maybe it's progression. I don't know.
Like, I don't know if this is like a thing where like they win the title and they kind of like coast, and that's what it looks like now, and they're way better.
No, I don't think that's an excuse to me, Gifted. I'm so sick of it. There are some Boston media members that are being honest about what they're seeing right now.
Yeah,
they just have not been a good basketball team the last month. Like, respectfully, they just haven't. Haven't.
Why do you think so?
I think it's not that and again, I said this already. It's not that the NBA is caught up to them in terms of like their talent and they're a worse team. The NBA is just so used to the formula now because other teams are replicating what Boston did, because they're seeing that the math, if it's on your side, it's more often than not, it's going to help you win games. Boston's the best at it. They shoot. I think that I can't remember the number. I want to say they shoot legitimately half of their shots from 3-pointers. You can check that for me. I think some of this is you have to be able to find multiple ways to win a game. I don't know if Boston has a secondary shift. Like, I don't know if they have what their next gear is, Chill. If Tatum and whoever, if they're not getting if they're not going to create contact going towards the basket and their secondary playmaking is not going to be there, what is going to be the second shift? Like, when this gear doesn't work, where do you go from here? Even their late game situation basketball is ISOs, and I hate it.
It sure is.
I can't stand watching it. It's so dumb. Tatum is not again, the numbers say he is, but Tatum is for me not a dynamic enough. Respectfully, I'm talking chill. I'm talking about chill.
So
I'm saying when you're playing a box and one basically versus a player in a playoff city. That's what I'm. You understand what I'm saying, chill? If it's one defender and we're gapping everywhere off, I don't think that's a consistent enough offense to get in with 2 minutes left in the game. And chill, Tatum more than likely is going to take a step back in that situation.
Right.
I just don't want that. That's not what I want to see happen consistently with him.
54% of Boston shots are threes.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna keep it pushing on these super chats. We got over 30 super chats and we got 25 minutes left. And I'm not staying here for another hour. I'm telling you, I'm not doing that.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
MP13 said, any idea how OKC's defense matches up against top tier players that operate in the mid range? Because of where players like Kawhi and Jokic operate on the court, I think it could be strenuous on their perimeter defense.
They have nothing for Kawhi. They have nothing for Kawhi.
Yeah, if Kawhi's healthy,
they were not a thing for him.
Yeah, that could be a sleepy matchup too. Clippers versus OKC.
I'll be very interested in seeing that matchup.
Yeah.
Now I'll tell you, we already know who's gonna win that.
I mean, if Kawhi's healthy, it's gonna be a madness. And Ivica Zubac can play well in that matchup too, and James Harden also can play well in that matchup. Mm-hmm. But that depends on his floaters, the step backs, all that stuff. Also, like I said, I already read this off, but the Nuggets have dominated versus OKC in the paint. The first game, which was like I think everybody was just kind of catching up with whatever. But the Nuggets are the best mid-range operating team in the US. So like they're gonna. Everything
works. The Raptors, man. The Raptors are better. Facts.
Yeah. Shot.
Carlos Hernandez said, I still believe in my Mavs making noise this year.
Facts.
I don't care if they are the 8th seed as long as everyone gets healthy. They were rolling earlier this season.
100%.
I agree. You guys just got to stay afloat, and Kyrie getting back to fitness, Luka coming back. You guys just got to stay afloat. That's all it is. Once you get to the playoffs, I mean, right now you'd play Houston in the first round, and you guys would beat Houston. So like, you guys would be fine.
Drink more water. Said, chill. Your logic of Giannis not winning the MVP this year because he has Dame is hypothetical since
hypocritical. Hypothetical?
We ain't got time to best wrong, man. I like you, man.
I believe against Dame is hypocritical since you also think Bron should have won MVP in 2020 over Giannis playing next to AD. Make sense. Why is this hypothetical, chill?
Why is it hypocritical? Well, first of all, what Giannis did and what Giannis is doing alongside of what Dame is doing. I mean, he's playing at an MVP level, but I mean, what James is doing, leading the league in assists. They had
he passed into AD.
He is passing to AD.
So that's why he's leading the league in assists. So AD was helping out LeBron's MVP case.
Yes, he was. 100% he was. That's why he finished sixth and James finished second.
You shouldn't disqualify Giannis for having Dame then.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
Crazy Giannis for having Dame.
Well, wait a minute. I'm disqualifying Giannis for having Dame off the strength of what he's going up against this season. That's why.
But when I think about the Bucks are better with Giannis on and Dame off this year.
One more time.
The Bucks have been much better with Giannis on the court without Dame this year.
But that's okay with him off the court relative to how long, Swiper? Like they don't have they don't have him.
No, you can make your point. I'm asking you a question. Sorry, cool. I don't want to cut you off.
I just don't like this. Dame is off the court for 5 minutes. Dame is off the court for 10 minutes. They're not a better team without Dame. They're not.
They're about. But I guess I'm looking at the numbers. They're winning their minutes with both of them on the court.
They are. If Dame is in the lineup, they're better with him. Let's stop.
Yeah, the net rating might not show it, but
come on, man. They're a better team with him on the floor. They are.
You said you're judging Giannis relative to the competition of MVP, which makes sense because this isn't Giannis in the MVP race in 2020. So then I ask you, you'd have Shai winning MVP over 2020 LeBron? Like if Shai was having that season in 2020, Shai would be your MVP.
To be honest with you, Mars, considering what he's doing and what he has, because I think about like who else was in it. I think Kawhi Leonard was in it. Let's see, that year in 2020.
I want to say James Harden, but
I want to say James Harden was in it, but none of those guys were working with what SGA was working with at this point. None of those guys. I don't think so. And what SGA is doing relative to what those guys was doing, I would have to have SGA over James.
So your MVP argument is doing the most with the least amount of help.
That's what I've always felt. That's what the most valuable player is. The most valuable player, the most valuable to your team's success.
Wouldn't that be Joker this year then?
I knew that was coming.
I don't think that he's affecting winning as much as SGA is. I don't.
Okay, so never mind. That's what I'm saying. So Aaron Gordon missed half the season. You know that. Okay. Jamal Murray's been a debilitated version of himself.
Okay,
no, stop.
We're not going to go long. We're not going to go long, Ron. We're not going to go long. But stay there.
If that's your argument,
Swipe is going to make the same point about net ratings and net differentials.
No, stay right there, Swiper.
Move on.
Stay right there, Swiper, because SGA
it's too many simple brain people having this conversation, and including Joker.
Chill. Are you not going to stand up for yourself?
I am one.
Chill. He called you simple brain because you don't believe in Yogi. That's crazy.
No, not simple brain. Him.
Hold on,
literally on Twitter. Literally, you go on Twitter right now. People are telling you it's not a conversation. That's what I'm talking about.
Who plays in a tougher conference, who has arguably the best defensive player in the game out the lineup the entire year. He had one of the best defensive players and one of the best rebounders out almost half the time. They're still at the top of the Western Conference convincingly, and that's primarily due to him. That's a guy who's the most valuable to his team's success. Period. We're not talking about the better.
Yeah. So, but we've already went through the fact that the reason why they're in the situation they are is because of their defense. They have several different defensive connectors. Now, he's the best offensive player on the court, without a shadow of a doubt. But I think this whole argument for me about like doing the most help with the least, like you're also recognizing that like there's no one that's lifting the floor up this year more than Joker for his team, and that's with people underperforming and injuries.
Not true. That's not true. That's not true. When you got a guy that's averaging 31 a game on the efficiency that SGA has been
Joker's averaging 31 a game as well,
and playing defense the way he's been playing defense. Let's take the logic out.
Take rebounding, take passing, take playmaking, take all that off the court.
I'm not just talking about Joker as a rebounder. I'm not just talking about Joker as a scorer. I'm not talking about that. SGA does all of those things also. SGA
all of those things.
He doesn't pass as well as Joker, but he does pass. He doesn't
play make. He doesn't pass. He doesn't create better offense.
That's not true. He does play make because you and me have a different idea.
He doesn't play make at the level of Joker or pass at the level of Joker or create offense. He does play make,
and all of this stuff that he is doing has led to his crew being at the top of the league. And winning matters to me when you talk about the league. So you're functionally saying he's been a considerably worse offensive creator. Well, what I'm saying is functionally he has contributed more to winning. That's why they're at the top of the league. That's what I'm saying.
Cook up, chill. Yeah, good one.
Sure.
And I do want to put this out there to everybody in the chat. It doesn't matter how big your brain is or how complex it is. Simple brains matter.
People are literally saying it's not a conversation. I just think, sure.
Well, I mean, that was a great hypothetical. I enjoyed it. Carlos Hernandez said, my question is, what schemes have stopped Luka in the playoffs? When he is healthy and has okay role players, he can go far. He did it in 2022 and last year. I don't get why people sleep on the Mavs still.
Well, the Warriors slowed him down in 22. And I guess every series last year would just be he wasn't healthy, so we can't use any of them.
That's what they're going to say.
Then I would just argue the sample size is tiny. We've got one series in 2020, one series in 2021, 3 series in 2022. So that's 5 series in total. He missed the playoffs in 23 and then last year. So we've got 5 series to work with. And in those 5 series, the best defense he played against slowed him down. So I think Luka can be slowed down. He played against one elite defense in that time, in my opinion. That was the 22 Warriors, and he got slowed down. So this happens. But he's also better than he was in 22. So I don't know. I just think that's a disingenuous question because you're giving me 5 series to work with.
Drip Bayless said, is there any comparisons to OKC and the 07 Cavs?
No.
Where the Cavs talked about like OKC back then. I can envision SGA making the finals and getting swept by Boston and getting a pass.
No. OKC's way better. OKC's way better than the 07 Cavs. And whether people like it or not, SGA is better than 07 LeBron too. So,
and first of all, and to stop this, none of us had the Cavs going to the NBA.
Whether you like it or not, Ron, you can make those faces.
SGA none of us.
It's not about whether I like it or not. It's about whether it's wrong or right.
It's right. It's right.
That's what it's about. Damn what I like and damn what I don't like. It's about what's wrong, what's right, and what's facts and what's
none of us had the Cavs going to the NBA Finals that year. Nobody.
Regardless of that, we're not just gonna just zoom past that. Like
what Mars said.
That's what I said. We're gonna get Superchats.
We're gonna get Superchats.
Hell no. Nah.
That's what I said. We're not doing
that. Mars, I could protect you today. But next week, I can't, or even on playback tonight, I can't really. It ain't nothing.
Hey man, I'm gonna just say I was trolling. I don't know what to tell you.
Okay. Dub out. Frank Kirksio, Curcio, however you say your last name. Appreciate you, Frank.
This is Glaze. What the hell?
Is he laying on this couch? Shut up.
Frank said Mars clear Swiper. Actually, with that being said, bye Swiper. Mars clear Swiper. Swiper a good dude, but he needs to take a page out of Mars's playbook and back up his claims with stats. You know, like get to the numbers. But he said you'll get there one day, Swiper. No shit.
Isn't that what Swiper? That's
more numbers.
Swiper uses stats more than I do.
Yeah,
he uses numbers more than Mars do.
Yes,
we don't need no more stats, bro.
I mean, that's what makes the thing you said about Tatum
back
funny.
up my claim. I use numbers to enlighten people on what the numbers are.
Yeah,
that's most of the time. Man.
Numbers.
Just because I know how to find the numbers doesn't mean I'm using them to back up my claim.
Let's get to them numbers. All right, we got a couple new members today, so let's go ahead and shout them out. We have a new member, but he's an old member, but he's a new member, but he's a old member. But chill, what do the people in the chat call this guy?
Luncho.
Shout out Big Luncho in the house.
Luncho is
appreciate
crazy.
you for joining up, Lunch. D Melly 7 became a member. Shout out to D Melly. Nick the Quick. I will still dunk on your little ass, but shout out the Bucks. We got the Bucks in 6. But Nick, I promise you, if I catch up with you this summer, All-Star weekend, whenever, it's on.
I'm trying to line that up. I need to see that.
Yeah, that little fake dunk you doing. Hey, that's AI.
I got you, Ron.
He laid it up.
I still need to see you. I still need to see you and Nick.
That's an 8 for a rim.
I got you though, Ron, but I still need to see that.
I'm putting that little boy on the block.
Y'all keep playing with Nick. Nick really cold for real.
Get in that weight room. I'm putting you in the block, Nick. That's different timing. Has been a member for 16 months. He said, "My name is Chill, and I only watch ESPN/TNT games."
Just so you know, that's a Knicks fan, and that's all he watch. All he watches the Knicks. He can't tell you what's going on with the Atlanta Hawks.
So he's gonna join us on playback tonight.
That's all he talk about is the Knicks. That's it. Like say something about the Knicks and watch what happens with him. But ask him to talk to you about the Portland Trailblazers' inefficient rebounding. He don't even know who on their crew. Shut the hell up.
Shout out to the Blazers. Got cooked last night.
Devin sent through a members chat. He's been here for 18 months. He said Shai this year or MVP Harden.
MVP Harden.
We're having some.
Stop it.
I see we're having
MVP
some nice
Harden.
discussions.
I don't know why y'all doing that. MVP Harden.
I think it's time to do a Shai versus the field. I can't wait for this next week. This is set up.
I think Harden's better. Is that wrong?
That MVP Harden.
No,
I don't think it's wrong. I also think MVP Harden isn't the best Harden. So
I know. I was about to say that the years he didn't win MVP is better.
Yeah, but he just won it in 2018. So it's like,
you think 19 Harden was better than 18 Harden?
19 Harden is way better.
Oh, you know what? My fault. I was actually thinking about 19 Harden. I'm tripping.
Yeah, a lot of people like the amount of times I hear people think that James Harden won MVP averaging 36. It's like
he
won MVP averaging 30. Yeah. He still led the league in scoring, but it wasn't 30.
Yeah. He averaged 34 that year.
No, he averaged 34 in 2020. See, you get all the Harden years mixed up. See,
19 Harden.
2020 is also better than MVP Harden,
by
the way. And so 2021. 2021 better than MVP Harden as well. But
he averaged 34 games.
Harden got a bunch of elite years. The MVP year is one of them. But yeah, I'll probably got Harden off the top of my head. But I think it's a conversation.
Classic said Shai is the best player in the NBA and should be the unanimous MVP.
See, I ain't trying to hear this. We ain't doing that.
No, that's cool. This is where things are going. I'm not gonna lie to you.
No, Swiper, we're not doing that.
With the, no. It's cool.
No,
it's all right.
Again, this is the weird thing. If I start doing that, gifted, everybody else starts glazing because I'm the Jokic Denver guy.
No,
that's what I'm saying.
So I
can't have a conversation about what you mean we start glazing?
You literally just glazed. What do you think that was? That was a glaze. That was a random glaze.
That was not glaze. That was reality.
It's not about Swiper. You can talk about your man, but it's not about.
But I'm talking about it, so therefore, it's
even
biased.
if
people are in my mentions telling me he's the best in the world and is unanimous MVP.
There's no way it's SGA and then it's everybody else. No,
it has to be. Everyone.
I don't think he's the best in the world. I don't.
No, hell no, we're not doing that.
If the season continues how it's going, I wouldn't be surprised if he was the unanimous MVP.
Mars, that would be nuts.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Hell no.
I don't think it would be. Curry did it, and you've seen who was running around the league at that
and it was
time.
wrong.
No,
Was it?
it's
We're
not
not doing
wrong.
that.
Chill.
We are not
We're not doing
doing
that.
that.
Chill.
All right,
We're
look,
not doing
chill.
that. We're not doing
Chill.
that.
I can protect you right now.
That shit's actually crazy.
You ain't gotta protect.
Chill, I can protect you right now, but next week, guard your grill.
No, we're not
Yeah,
doing
we
that.
ain't got time
Guard
to
your
get
grill.
into
We're
that.
not about to redo some shit like that. Nah,
Yeah,
that's
I see
crazy.
I said we gonna have a lot of
That's
rollover the
crazy
next
right
week.
there.
That's how you know this was a good episode today. But Cool G sent through a super chat. He said, Paolo is the Magic's best player. Franz didn't show up in Game 7 versus the Cavs. I really like Franz, by the way. I've been a Magic fan since its inception.
Can you handle it, Gifted?
No.
I'm sorry. What makes me mad more than anything is when people say one player didn't show up in one game, and that's just who the player. If you see Franz this year,
if you think Paolo's better than Franz, that's fine. Using that singular game is the reason
he didn't show up in Game 7, so he's not the better player.
I also the thing that like throws me off is like, why do people feel the need to like announce their fanhoods when they like make a take on something? They'll be like,
yeah, that doesn't make you better for the take.
As a Pacers fan, and then they'll say their take. Like, I don't care who you're a fan of. Like,
I don't care who you're a fan of. That doesn't change anything.
Like, respectfully, your take doesn't change because you've been a Magic fan for 34 years.
It doesn't get better because you said that.
That doesn't change your take.
Yeah.
So Mars, that's why I can't hardly make any takes. If I said something about Embiid last week. He's better than everybody. He's better than everybody on defense on the Kings. So
yeah, like,
why the fuck does that matter? Like, why does that matter?
Like,
man, y'all keep pledging y'all allegiances, all right? Keep repping y'all crew, man. Bang y'all colors, all right? It ain't nothing wrong with being a friend and banging.
Nah, but my thing about it though, when it goes to the playoffs though, and I've said this a bunch of times, most teams don't play more than 6 to 10 playoff games not even the guys. I'm talking about the amount of games. Most teams don't play more than 6 to 10 playoff games in the season if they, you know what I'm saying, if they make it. So why do we always have to go? Well, he's not a playoff riser. This and that. Like, what are you talking about? Like, you can't play 4 games. That sample size of games don't equal more than the 75, 78 games that they played in the regular season.
And I think that's even worse when you say he didn't show up in Game 7, so he not like, bro. Don't miss you with that. He didn't show up in Game 7, so he not better argument. That's
he didn't show up in Game 7. If he was better,
no, he definitely was ass in Game 7. I agree, but like I'm not hearing that to say he's better than Paul. No, like that's I'm good off that.
Hot Spot Casino kept it short and sweet. He said, "Let's go OKC."
Facts. Let's go OKC.
Dub's bestie said, if Jamal is even slightly better than he was last playoffs, Denver is still the team to beat.
I disagree.
How you say it and you disagree? Hypocritical.
Hypothetical.
Yeah. I think you meant hypothetical.
Oh yeah.
All I know is they're a game and a half out the 3 spot, and they won 7 of their last 10. They rolling. Here they come. Denver? Yep, they rolling.
Okay.
Here they come.
Just got blown out by the Rockets, by the way.
Carlos Hernandez said
Luka maybe Jokic should have played the game.
Maybe he shouldn't have hurt his elbow versus Dallas.
Kind of bum-ass MVP missing games.
See what you started, Ron? Ron, keep this going, Ron. We're not doing this, Ron.
2 games.
Had
the baby born, missing 3 games.
Shai ain't missed the game. Shai with time having his children in the offseason.
I don't know what to tell you, bro. I guess he's playing your pregnancy.
Carlos Hernandez.
That's the professional shit right there.
Exactly. Said Luka should have got MVP last year with the numbers he had, man.
When are people going to realize the MVP goes beyond the box score?
Yeah, it's not just
nothing goes beyond the box score, Morris.
No, the MVP.
No, there was only the box score. Only the box score.
If the MVP was based on the box score, Jokic should be the favorite right now.
Only the box score matters in everything. That's the only thing that matters in basketball is the box score.
No, like people comparing Jokic's numbers this year to Luka's numbers last year. It's like that's just not true. Like it's not the same at all. But I do think Luka was elite last year, and I do think Luka had an MVP case. I just don't think that argument stacks up, in my opinion. But
Teddy Hart said one played in an era where offense was harder due to spacing, and another plays today where playing perimeter defense without fouling is way harder. Dub SGA.
I also just think I don't like doing the era transportation thing. Like I don't care how Allen Iverson would look in today's game, and I don't care how Shai would look in 2001. Like it's not relevant to me. Like I just care about how good you are in your time. But for the fun of it, I think SGA would destroy the 2000s. I think it would be amazing. So, I agree. And I think AI would be amazing today. So like on offense. So like just for the fun of it, but I don't think it proves who's better.
Just so we clear, for the people out in the internet world, I do not agree with Ox. SGA is not better than Giannis Antetokounmpo. No, he is not.
No, he said he's not better than Giannis.
I never said that.
He said SGA is better than Jokic.
And he is not better than Joker neither. So,
well,
okay, I said that. I never said the Giannis part.
Apparently, the chat thinks that SGA is better than Giannis. Because I'm asking who's the best player in the NBA. Jokic has 50% of the votes. SGA just went up to 23. Giannis is at 19, and Luka is at the bottom with 8%.
But that doesn't mean that they think SGA is better than Giannis, because a lot of people that vote for Jokic, that doesn't mean that those people would have voted for him over Giannis.
Yeah, the people who vote for Jokic might have Giannis number 2. There's just more people who think SGA is the best than they think Giannis is the best. But the people who think SGA is the best might also have Giannis as number 2. Giannis might just be seen as the number 2 for more people.
Still an L poll.
Exactly.
Yes, because you didn't put Embiid on it.
Huh.
Facts. I'll take Luka off next time. I put Embiid on there. Yeah. SimWest34 said, chill. Giannis has to do so much more. Dame can't be the reason he doesn't win an MVP. The workload he has on this team is why he got injured last year.
I don't understand why Giannis can't win because he has Dame.
And then Sim also said,
I mean, honestly, it doesn't make sense to me.
And do you guys think that Dame reduces Giannis's MVP case?
I didn't
31,
say he couldn't win
12, 6 is
Dame.
crazy. And I think Giannis helps Dame much more than Dame helps Giannis.
I don't think Dame reduces Giannis's MVP case. I don't think teammates reduce someone's MVP case, in my opinion. But my MVP thing is different to most people. So, but for me, it wouldn't make a difference.
20 Hardaway said, OKC hack on every defensive possession and dare the refs to call a foul. Not knocking him, no. More teams should play with that level of physicality.
I agree. Unless the refs call it, keep doing it.
Yeah, the playoffs are going to have such a huge swing because when the Wolves got away with anything, they will dominate a game. But as soon as if the referees call the whistle, then the Wolves lose. So, like, that's literally how their playoffs went last year.
Right, that's how it works, right?
I need the refs to let the Rockets do what they do. Otherwise, we get swept.
Fint Jones said, happy belated to chill. 52 is the new 32. Salute.
35.
Thank you.
I seen Chill pulling 35s. So that's a fact. That's a fact, Chill. I'll see you soon, Chill. I'll see you soon.
Yes, sir.
Mo said, love the show. Dub Mars and Dub Ron for once. And Harden has been underrated.
100%. Harden has never missed the playoffs, and he's not going to miss the playoffs again. And everybody said he was because he didn't have Kawhi.
I did say that.
Everyone said he was going to make the playoffs.
And then apparently when I said James Harden's never missed the playoffs in his career, apparently I was trolling.
They did say you were.
Well, you were laughing when you said it.
You do troll a lot though. So
I would never.
Who else was with me?
Why you would be trolling?
No way.
I would never troll about.
I'm not gonna lie, you're trolling right now to say that.
Who else said the Clippers
Harden never missed the playoffs?
Who picked the Clippers in the playoff this year in the preseason besides me?
Me.
I didn't have them in the play-in. I have them in the playoffs.
I had them in the playoffs.
We had it because of Kawhi.
I had them in the finals against the Sixers, Philly and 6.
Nah,
Philly and 6.
Yo. KZD became a YouTube member. Big shout out to KZD. His head reminds me of somebody up here, but we don't have time to get into that. Mike Valley Productions said Mike Valley is greater than Mars.
Mike Valley, Mike, hit Ron up. Mike, hit Ron up on his Instagram. He ain't hard to find. Hit him up on Instagram. Come through.
Come up on the stage.
Mike. Yeah, come through, my man. That's how we can get to the bottom of that. Come through.
Trash Pro said Big Ox like the beam.
Tuck your chain.
Oh, Ox, by the way, did you like Mike Brown, Ox?
Tuck your chain. I didn't like Mike Brown.
I'm just asking.
I always like Mike Brown. But hey, you gotta go. If you gotta go, you gotta go.
Ox, F the beam. I just want to say that. Shout out to the Eastern Rock.
Tuck your chain.
That's crazy.
8 of their last 9. What is it? 8 of their last 9. They rolling.
Man, they should have lost last night, man.
Tuck your chain, Morris.
And in case you don't know, me and Ox and Chill watched the Cavs and Thunder yesterday, and then me and Ox stayed overtime, and we watched that Kings and Rockets game last night, and we will be back on playback tonight to watch this game. Yes, on the main stage, the Wolves versus the Knicks. And also, you just seen what I just put on the screen. PC is going to All-Star Weekend. Yes, so y'all be tapped in and be ready to join us All-Star Weekend because it's going to be an immaculate and amazing, unforgettable weekend in San Francisco. I can't wait to ride first class and look at my window and watch you guys on
Jordan look like Kendrick Perkins.
No, I know the hell I don't. Mars look like Tupac, and Swiper look like Spike Lee.
I like that. I like being a director.
Spike Lee's hilarious.
And Chill look like he just turned 22. So I don't know.
No. You know, Chill, he doesn't look like. Can we talk for a minute?
I know.
I hate
Mars
that. I can't tell you
West Coast.
how much I hate that song. I hate that song so much. It just pisses me off, bro. Like, why was
Mars.
you scared to talk to her in the first place? You a grown ass man. Now you singing about it.
I
You
think
should-
he was
you
like
should have pushed up
19,
on her
bro.
when you seen her.
Hey, Mars, I need
You
you
scared to talk to girls. You got to make a song about it after you seen her. If she was all that
Hey.
fine, you should have pushed up on her and talked
Hey,
to her.
Mars.
Asked how her day was. Took her for some coffee or something. You know what I'm saying? Scary ass boy.
Hey, Mars, I need you to say this one time. Say this. You think the bagel let you disrespect Pac?
That's the case. That's the case. That's the case. That's the case. That's the case.
Somebody send
That's the
through a
case.
super chat.
Don't
We
do that.
need Mars to
That's the
say it.
case. That's the case,
Somebody
Jordan. Be
send through a
careful.
super chat,
That's
and I'll make Mars
a
say it.
lawsuit. That's a
Put the picture
lawsuit
back
now.
up, Ron.
That's a lawsuit. Stop playing. That's a lawsuit.
Ron, put the
Don't do
picture
that.
back up.
Don't do that.
Mars is straight Tupac. You think the bagel let you
What?
disrespect Pac?
That's a lawsuit. Don't
Hey,
do that.
Mars
Y'all
said,
later.
I think that San Francisco trip gonna be your last stop.
Yeah, say it, Mars.
That's a
You
death
think
threat.
the
Don't do
bagel
that.
let
Don't
you
do that.
I'm about to
disrespect Pac?
leave. I'm just about to leave. You guys just
Football breakdown said y'all overrating Wemby now. His O is very flawed.
his offense
So
is very
is-
flawed.
Yeah, it
It
is.
is flawed. Who
It doesn't
says
take
it's
away from how
not?
good he is, though.
Yeah, I don't know.
He's still awesome.
I don't know who said he wasn't.
Jamal Williams said, as a Miamian, 60 is shiver me timbers.
Mm-hmm.
Shiver me timbers is funny.
Yo, 60 is cold, bro. I don't care what nobody says.
That's what I'm saying. You hit 60. You like
Ox,
that.
it dropped to 52. I had to turn the heat on in the house.
I'm telling you, Joe, I'm getting ready to go home because I'm up. You know, I'm
Y'all
up here
tripping off that,
Portland.
though. 60 is
It's
not
too
cold,
It's-
though.
Chill, it was
You know what I'm
30.
saying? All respect.
It's 30. It's
Mike
33.
about that action. He
It's
just hit me. He
33
said,
today,
send
Chill.
me the
It's too
link.
much for me.
Yo,
It's 5
Mike,
degrees, bro.
pull up the playback tonight. You'll get
Oh,
all the
gift-
action that you want.
It's 33 degrees out here and I can't handle it. I'm going home.
Now imagine 5 degrees with real feel of -10.
James Owens said voting goes by points per game, so lazy people choose the top 3.
Okay. Shout out to LaMelo for being top 3 in points per game.
Yeah, shout out to bro.
Yeah, I'm not about to okay. Average more points.
Pensare Basketball said Franz plus Paulo for Wemby trade. Who says no?
Orlando says
Orlando says no.
Orlando says no.
Yes. And San Antonio says no, too. Don't call us about no damn Wemby. We
Yeah,
ain't
they
doing
good on
that. Nope. They say no.
I swear, Penn, you have the worst trade ideas, bro.
I just don't like that Penn seems to value how good someone is based on their trade value. That just keeps throwing me off, and he keeps doing
Oh, I forgot about it. And
he keeps doing that, and it keeps bothering me every time he does it.
he got traded for this.
I guess Lamar Odom was awesome because he got traded for Shaq.
Yeah, so he must think Herb Jones sucks since he tried trading for Jarvis Walker and what's his name?
Mm-hmm.
Who was it? Jarvis Walker and
Yeah,
Benedict Mathurin.
yeah,
Herb Jones must
Benedict.
stink. Yeah, Herb Jones must stink if that's what he can get.
Hey, chill. Brian Grant was in that trade too, right?
Yes, sir. And Caron Butler.
Yeah. Karan, yeah, that was a good move.
Duke Diddy said, what a game
That's
last
a
night.
wild ass name. Bro.
Duke out
Duke Diddy.
Oxyron.
Duke Diddy.
Mark-
Shout out my,
That's what I
shout out my
said.
man.
That's
Duke.
not his name. That's not his name.
He
Gifted.
was on the
Ryan
stage
messed
with
it
you
up.
guys last
That's
night,
what
right?
I
He was on-
said.
Yeah, Mars. He
Oh, Ryan
he
messed
came
it up.
up.
Okay.
Yeah,
He
it's Duke
came up with
Diddy.
us.
I'm about to say because Duke.
He came
Yes,
up with
Duke
us.
Diddy is crazy.
He came up with us before, Mars. That's the my dude from Seattle. And I'm telling you,
Yeah,
the
man.
next
Yeah,
motherfucker
man,
talking
like
shit about Sabonis, I'm fucking beating their ears.
Nah, that's funny.
Mike Valley Productions. Not only has he sent me 3 DMs right now. Bring me on playback. I want to cook swipe up. Frank Caruccio. Hey, I see it's getting very smoky today on this Friday. Mike Valley Productions sent through yet another super chat. He said Mike Valley is greater than Swiper.
Mm-hmm.
Cook, I agree.
Eddie Wilson said that horse is under the bed dark.
Yo, the horse in the bed. We can't.
That horse is black as hell today. I'm not gonna lie.
No,
I'm ready for the
Black
Pacers
ass
to
horse. Black ass horse, man.
Shout out the horse and shout out the bed. A proper snail said Dort equals DPOI. Aaron Wiggins equals MVP.
Troll alert. Woo, woo,
all right. Well, y'all have a good one.
Boston,
Great conversations, y'all. You know?
Yeah, I don't want to say
That's fine.
Before we go, Mark got to say it.
Kareem NYK 2001 said 25 Shai is better than Kobe ever was.
So is Kobe every time.
Man.
Every single
No, he isn't.
Chill. Why would you respond to that?
He is not.
You hear what Charlie Parsons been saying about Kobe recently?
Yes.
Yeah. Parsons just looking for that.
We might people call next week because he was cooking.
People calling acting like he disrespecting Kobe though. I don't like the way they're making it seem like it's not disrespect to have an opinion on basketball players. Yeah, you can't just because Kobe passed away doesn't mean that we can't still say how we feel about his as a basketball player.
Yeah.
Kobe was definitely great. Exactly. I got Kobe 6 all time. I got Kobe 6 on my list, but still,
I think I got Kobe 7. So I mean, I don't have no problem with that. It's just I just don't understand the him putting KD over Kobe, but
the reason that Kobe gets brought up into all these conversations is because how great he was. How great he is. If he wasn't as great as he was when he was playing basketball, he wouldn't be brought up in these conversations.
I don't think him being dead or alive should have anything to do with it.
Yeah,
we're not talking about him
having KD over Kobe. I disagree, but KD is so good that I understand why people are. I understand where he's coming from. I strongly disagree.
I got Kobe top 5. I just got KD at 4, so it don't make a difference.
Yeah. Well, that mic should feel disrespected, Chandler Parsons.
Just so we
your mic should feel disrespected. Fool, brush your teeth.
Keep going, Ron. Because I just want to.
We're not. Yeah.
We'll
see Ox on Monday.
I just want to reiterate that Kobe Bryant in 2003, 2004. That was 25-year-old Kobe Bryant. I just want to put that up. Okay, Ron.
Dub's bestie said Chill is in his Shaq era.
What does that even mean?
They saying you wash.
They saying you wash.
If I'm over, right? Nope, I ain't doing that. Go ahead, Ron. I'm sorry.
Don't even fight it for real.
Nope, I ain't doing it.
Just agree with them. Just be like, yeah, for sure. I just ask them if they want to be friends. When they get too personal, just say, hey man, do you want to be friends?
Do you want to be friends?
That's it. That's a lot of time that people just need a friend.
Kareem NYK 2001 said SGA is greater than Kobe and is greater than Tatum and is greater than Luka.
Yeah, he was born in 2000.
We'll get Kobe out of there. Get Kobe out of there, and we can talk about it.
KD better than all of them. That's what it matters. KD better than all of them.
SGA is not better than Bryant. He's not.
Yeah, he probably not, but KD better than Kobe.
Hey, shout out to PrizePicks. Download the app and use the promo code panel.
More. So we finna be in the Bay, right? We can go to Lodi, which is about 45 minutes east, and do that skydiving you was talking about. Or we can go.
I'll see you guys on Monday, man. I'll see you guys on Play by Land.
Mars, before you go,
He's gone.
Mars, I'm telling you, we could go down. We could go down to Santa Cruz and surf.
You weren't going for that.
I'm gonna get Mars to do something. Watch, we're gonna go surf.
Mars, you can't leave without saying you think the Bay gonna let you disrespect.
You were saying.
Mars, what I was saying is this trip that we're going on, Mars. If you don't like the food in San Francisco, you don't like food.
Chinese food, I got you, Mars. I got a
Thai food.
No, Mars. I got a Chinese spot.
Great spots
in San Francisco. In San Francisco, I got an Italian spot in San Francisco too.
I'm gonna trust you guys. You're just gonna see what
that one Italian spot we went to that one day.
Yeah, that one. Mars, you in California, Mars. It's my duty. I got you.
All right, so we'll see. I'm just gonna step over some homeless people on the way there. All right,
then we can go skydiving in Lodi.
Mars, don't let that fool you. San Francisco is a dope city. It is.
For sure is. Yeah. Merry Christmas.
Last but not least, Philo Red said Embiid out for next week's game in Denver. Shock.
I mean, he's missing almost a lot of games this season.
No, he ain't played there since 2019. I'm so sick of this dude.
I do hate that.
Hey, but when I say it, I'm hating on Joel.
Hey, Jordan, I'm about to hit you up right after this show because we were scheduled to do that game on playback. I'm not doing that game. No Embiid, I'm not doing it. So we're
doing no more.
out.
Bet.
No,
okay, word.
Figure something out.
You
All
talking
right,
about
so-
for next week? You talking about next week?
Yeah, next Tuesday. All right, y'all. We're gonna catch you on playback tonight. Pull up. We'll see you soon.
What time, Ron? What time, Ron?
7:30 Eastern.
Playback? Gotcha.
Yeah. All right, man. Y'all be easy.
Yeah.
Later.
Brush your teeth, Ron.